And we're back, Chad. How is everybody? Good morning. Happy Sunday. How are you today?
Okay, can you hear me?
I can, yeah.
Sure. Okay, all right, making sure. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I made sure to turn you up. Oh, Sarah, you get that big black bar over you there. Let me get that off. There we go. All right. No, we're doing great. We're doing great. Happy Sunday to you. I appreciate you coming on the show today, letting the guests and the audience know a little bit more about you that maybe you don't pertain with on stream. So some fun time we're going to have today. I'm going to ask all the juicy detail questions that we've always been wondering. No, not really. We're going to ask you some pretty fun stuff. But no, what's that poster behind you? Is that Hello Kitty? Are you a Hello Kitty fan?
Yeah, My Hero Academia, but Hello Kitty type.
Oh, that's cool.
I found it cute. I'm not a big Hello Kitty fan, but I'm a fan of My Hero, so I saw it and I was like, oh, it's cute. So I had to grab it.
Nice, I love it. Yeah, you got to cop the cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got Blake in chat saying she loves your hair, so that's awesome. Yeah, I know. I wish I had cool hair. My hair is just old and gray and dark. I need to dye my hair. Maybe that's a little goal that we'll do here in the stream. Lieutenant Mal style hair.
Color are you planning to get if you do?
I don't know. Like with black hair, I hear you have to bleach it, right? Is that what you have to do?
Yep.
You have to bleach it and then.
My whole entire hair was this. So she had to literally divide like half of my hair because I only wanted like the half part and the rest black. So and bleach it like 3 times, and so it got like a little bit like a white color, and I was fucking freaking out the whole time because like I felt like the heat. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna be bald today. I'm gonna fucking have half my head no hair and the rest just hair, like literally the whole time. Yeah, I took a risk, but it's worth it though because it turned out the red that I wanted. So.
No, it looks good. It looks a lot better than probably what mine. I'll have to see how it goes. Just get a clown wig. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but my problem is like, I don't know. We'll get there one day. We'll get there one day. But no, I appreciate everybody coming in. We got Scapular Bark in the building too. How's it going, Scapular? Welcome in. We got Jose. Jose, welcome in. Appreciate everybody pulling through to show some love to Mao today. Great streamer. I got to give you props where it's at. You're very entertaining to watch. Always love coming in the stream. You're either raging at something or chit chatting with people in chat, saying hi. So you're very interactive with your community, which is great. I always tell people that's the most important thing. Chat comes first, and then everything else behind that. But you do a great job. So kudos to that. But yeah,
the thing about me is that like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
with
go
my
ahead.
anxiety
Thing about
stuff,
you is...
it tends to make me talk more. So I guess that's like a good perk for having anxiety. Like, it makes me talk more. So I tend to do a lot of that when I stream. So.
Oh no, that's how you do it. that's how you master it. You got to funnel the anxiety into fumbling over your words. I always do that too. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. My brain's just talking. So.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm like, wait, why did I say that? Oh, whatever. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, K911, my man. How are you doing, bro? How are you in the pup? Hopefully you guys are doing well and staying safe out there, bro. Thank you again for everything that you do. K9, amazing guy out there. If you guys haven't got a chance to catch K9, highly recommend giving him some love as well, dropping him a follow. But no, I appreciate everybody coming out. You guys are always W's. I love to see some great familiar faces in chat and then even some new ones coming over, showing Mal some love. So it's a W. But yeah, so where are you from, Mal?
In like what country I was born or from as in like where I'm
everything. Give me the whole rundown. Where were you born and then where do you reside currently? And if maybe, who knows, have you traveled different locations, like lived in different areas and now you live where you're at?
Okay, so I was born in Puerto Rico, the only one of my siblings to be born there through a mistake, of course. My parents went on vacation over there and it so happened that she couldn't wait any longer and gave birth over there. So that's that. I came over here when I hit one years old. So I've been here mostly in Jersey City, New Jersey my whole life. Have I traveled everywhere else besides going to Florida for Disney and going to Puerto Rico for vacation? In Massachusetts. Other than that, I haven't been like out of the country, like farther than that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting to know. So you were born in Puerto Rico. So you're a Puerto Rican, which is still, I mean, that's still the U.S., right? Don't they still consider Puerto? Yeah, it's still U.S. territory. So that's, yeah. So that's still pretty cool, though. Like that's a good background. And that, so your family's from Puerto Rico?
Both my parents, both of them are from Puerto Rico. They were both born over there too. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very cool. No, I always love different cultures and stuff, you know, especially the food, which we'll get to here momentarily. But
Yeah.
might as well. Everybody's hungry. Joker Mom's talking about getting food. I'm hungry. All I got's this damn beef stick that I'm waiting to eat. You know, for a good time where I actually don't want to cook. That's why I was starting a little late, guys. I apologize. I was throwing stuff in the crock pot. I was like, man, I'm lazy as fuck today. I just want to throw some food in the crock pot, and then here in a couple hours it's going to be done, and then boom, right? Dinner served. Yeah. Yo, it's a hobby. Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah. So we usually do the food question, and I'll get it out of the way because I also want to know about Puerto Rican food. But if you had a last meal and you're on death row, what would your last meal consist of? Like your favorite meal? And then is there any dessert? I'm a big dessert guy. I got a frozen cheesecake up in the freezer waiting for my birthday coming up. But what would be your dessert?
Well, my dessert would be cheesecake. I love cheesecake.
Go. Cheesecake squad. Let's go.
Cheesecake, of course, with the strawberry swirl on it. It's my favorite. And as for like the last meal, it would have to be white rice with red beans and steak.
That would have good. To be
it. Yeah, it's like a certain steak in Puerto Rico that's called steak encebollado, which is like a lot of onions and green peppers and red peppers, a little bit of olive oil, garlic. It's like so good. It's so fucking good.
That sounds good. I may have to make that. I love garlic. Olive oil's good. You know, I love peppers, onions, right? You can't go wrong with any of that stuff. I mean, shit, throw some mushrooms in there too, maybe.
Yeah, you can. Make a little mix of it. But sazon is a must. Sazon is a must that has to be used for that.
What is that? Is that like a sauce?
Sazon is like these like orangey reddish packets. The box is like a orangey box, and it's like it clearly says like big like sazon, like SAZON. It's like a popular Spanish ingredient for a lot of foods.
Okay, hold on. Let me check this out
Very
here.
popular.
I'm Googling it right now. Oh, I've seen that box before. I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know what the fuck that box was. That's how much I know. But I've seen it before. I'm gonna have to get that. Yeah, for sure. Let me see what the ingredient. Maybe it'll give me like an American translation of ingredients. Because they sell it at Target apparently. It looks like, yeah.
Walmart, Walgreens has it. The dollar stores have it now. It's everywhere.
Shit! Dollar store moving up, baby. No, it looks.
They have like a whole entire section of Spanish food ingredients and stuff.
No, it looks good. It's kind of like a brown seasoning, almost like. Is it like it almost reminds me of like chili powder, almost, or
something like that. Yep. Mm-hmm. It has like basically onions and garlic mixed inside powder. The powder with like, I think it has a cilantro as well in there. It's like all mixed together.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, like saffron, cilantro, tomato, garlic, and onion.
Oh, good.
Coriander and annatto, and blends without annatto, salt or reduced sodium. It's pretty good. Like, I'm sold. Sign me up.
I use it for my regular ramen noodle. So when I'm in the mood for like ramen noodle, I don't use the packet that comes with it. I like literally like get my own ingredients and I use that sazon packet in there, and it's like a game changer for me.
Yeah, see, who needs that powder? The noodles are good enough. You just throw in your own stuff. And do you throw cheese into your ramen? Are you a cheese in your ramen person?
If I'm in a mood for like no liquids like being there, like I'll just drain it. And yes, I do. I would add cheese. It has to be
Nice.
specifically Parmesan cheese.
Coriander is cilantro. Only found that out as Brits call it coriander. Central and Latin Americans call it cilantro. I did not know that. Thank you, K9, for clarifying that. Like that's new to me.
Well, that's new to me too. Oh shit. Something new
Yeah,
I learned.
because I read that as coriander, and then you said there was cilantro, and I was like, I didn't see cilantro in there, so that makes sense. I'm starting to get more enjoyable of cilantro. I'm one of those people that cilantro tastes like soap. So when I bite into it, I can like distinguish the cilantro in it, and it's kind of like bitter to me, and I guess that's like the whiteness in me or something. I don't know the but I don't know. I like it a little bit better now. It's changing. The texture and the flavor is changing for me over time. So I actually like it. It's not too bad. But when it's too much of it is when it kind of throws me off
Oh
because
yeah.
then. But
It's when you put too much. That's why you have to know like the proper like ingredients and stuff and how much to put.
yeah, I the only thing I can throw a lot of stuff is garlic. I just love garlic so much. There used to be
Oh,
this
okay.
pizza that had garlic cloves on it, and they were roasted already, and then they threw it on and baked it with the pizza. And I would just tell them extra garlic. You know, it was like a veggie pizza, and I loved it to death. I didn't even need meat on it. I just ate the hell out of it, and it tastes so good. I'm gonna have to make something like that
Same
one
way
day.
with garlic. Garlic and black pepper are like my two must like in anything if it's soup or beans. Even in like on my spaghetti, it just has to be garlic and black pepper on it.
Oh yeah, black pepper is fire too. Yeah, I agree. Pepper's good. I like it on everything too. And then also like I've started to shift away from just regular table salt to Himalayan salt. I don't know if you've ever used
Oh yeah,
Himalayan salt.
I use that. That's the one I use.
Yeah, Himalayan salt's really good just because of all the nutrients and minerals and stuff that are in it naturally. So it's good for that.
I switched to that for that reason too. It's a much healthier alternative.
Oh, for sure. All right, actually, I need like 2 seconds. I'm just turning on this AC here. I forgot I turned it off this morning. Now it's already hot. 1 second.
Was Mexican and we looked everywhere for cilantro.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, Kana. I'm glad you told us that because I had no clue about that. That they're like, and honestly, if you compare, I was talking about this last night with a friend from Canada, that here in the States, like our food in America is just so shit. Like it's just filled with like all these chemicals and extra ingredients that you really don't need, like palm oil.
Well, hello, beautiful.
And what is it? Canola oil. Like I didn't know that canola oil was originally created in World War II as a jet engine lubricant or oil for jet engines and shit.
That's crazy.
And now we use it also in our food for cooking. And I
That's
didn't know that. Yeah. So it's like, honestly, like unrefined oils, olive is probably not bad. Avocado oil. I personally prefer. Yeah, I personally prefer coconut, and you can actually buy unflavored coconut oil, and I would probably recommend that just because of the fact of also again probably nutrients that you would get out of it. It's probably high in like omega vitamins and stuff. I love me some jet fuel. Yeah, like a canine. Yeah, he's like, I'll do it. It can lubricate this body. But yeah, no. But no, I appreciate the follow there, Jose. Thanks for coming in. But no, it's that's good food. I love the steak and rice and beans and some veggies, peppers. It reminds me of like a fajita almost. Like it's like you could throw that stuff in some tortillas. I've been starting to eat a lot of corn tortillas lately. Those have been
those
what I
are
go
good.
to.
I like taking the corn tortillas and just putting like I'll make like the eggs instead of make like how like I don't know how to call them, the tortilla shaped eggs, like Like instead of doing them scrambled, you just let it get shaped into
Well,
like a tortilla
hello,
shape,
beautiful.
kind of like a
Oh
pancake.
yeah.
Yeah, I do that, and then I put it in between like one tortilla. Then I put cheese on it, put Parmesan cheese, and then I put spam. I chop up spam and put it on there. Put more cheese, and then put the other tortilla, and then just like flip it and like toast it up. It's so fucking good.
Oh, that sounds like a almost like an omelet, right? Like an omelet sandwich
Yes, yeah, there
almost.
you go, omelet. There you go, there, omelet.
Nice, a spam omelet. That sounds so good. I haven't had
Mhm.
spam in a while. We're I'm in Minnesota here, and we're the spam capital of the world because spam was originated here, and they actually have a spam museum like an hour away from here, and you can go in and buy like any of the flavors of spam. And there's tons of flavors, and they got flavors that aren't even like on the market. But yeah.
Nasty flavor ones. Because I've seen them with the ice cream stuff, which I haven't tried yet because I'm scared to try them.
Oh yeah, don't do
Like
it.
really
It's a trap. It's a trap. Yeah, I
I'm
don't know.
still tempted though. That's the thing about me. Like when I see something weird and like strange, I'm like, I'm gonna give it a try. And it turns out sometimes that I like it. Like for example, Rampage was mentioning about uh just regular white like soda crackers. And I don't know if anybody likes to eat it with mayo. I know it sounds fucking strange, but instead of butter, I like to put a little bit of mayo on it and I just eat it. And that's like my late night munchies that
On
I've
what?
had like these
What do
past
you
couple
put the
weeks.
mayo on?
On a soda cracker. Like
What's
the
a
you know the
what's a
white
soda?
crackers, like the white.
You,
I
like
have a I actually let me see, I'm gonna show you. I have it right next to me because at nighttime I literally fucking munch on this shit every time. Right here, this.
saltine crack? Oh no. Oh, I've never seen those. What so
The
export
Kibler soda
sodas?
crackers.
Oh, those are
This?
like butter crackers. They're like
Yes,
a
mm-hmm.
okay.
And I literally have it next to me because of that. Because at nighttime, I just want to fucking munch on it.
Yeah, I eat hummus, which is like chickpeas. It's like a paste, a chickpea
Have that. I have
paste.
the garlic.
Hummus. Yeah, hot garlic. Yeah, that's the best way. So, and then also like sun dried. There's like a red pepper hummus I like too. Is pretty good. A little. It's not spicy, but it's got a little hint. We did have Canine have a question here, which is a great question. He mentioned or I mentioned being on death row, but I didn't mention why you were in prison. So if you were to go to jail or go to prison, what would you think your charges would be? What would you be arrested for?
Um, Beating up someone that has done harm to a kid.
There you go.
That would probably, cause like, yeah, that'd probably be something I'd probably be arrested for.
No, that's a good reason. There was actually, I gotta say this little incident that did happen. That I mentioned prior to stream that I live in an apartment building and laundry day and all that. You had done laundry and stuff, and one of our old maintenance guys who worked here in the building was trying to lure a friend of mine's daughter into an empty apartment here that he had access to. He gave this kid a phone and shit like that, and I had to restrain myself so hard from beating this old guy because of that, and they ended up letting him off with charges. But yeah, there was obvious evidence, right? The phone, the text messages, everything was all there to incriminalize him. But yeah, it was very tough. It's hard, K9, when you have like a wife and kids, right? Like you don't want to leave them behind. And I would have definitely gone to jail. And that's what's fucked up, right? Is I would have gone to jail for beating this fucking dude to death, or pretty bad. But I probably wouldn't have beat him to death because I'd want him to remember it. But it would have, it would have been bad for me too. So it's just shitty, right? I would have had tripped him down the stair. Oh, dude, I really thought about it because there's time. I mean, my doorway is right near the fucking door going down the staircase, and there was a time where he was like, I could have grabbed him. I was like, I thought about it. It crossed my mind. I was like, because I crossed this path in the hallway, and I was like, I could really grab him real quick and just chuck him down these stairs real quick because he wouldn't really know what's coming, and just put all my muscle into it. And yeah, and exactly. And just keep walking. Yeah, just keep walking like
doing my thing here, minding my own business.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fell.
And that's what sucks because like I'm a pacifist, so I don't believe in aggression. Like it's my last ditch effort. Like I believe in compromise and communication, but when it comes to child molesters or people who are predators against children, that's my line, right? That's where I'll draw the line too. So kudos to you for that being something we're hurting kids or people like that.
Yeah, I brought it up because yesterday I had a barbecue, a birthday slash barbecue to go to, but it was canceled, and I was told by my older sister the reasons why it was canceled. Basically, like my older nephew's girlfriend has a son that's like 18 years old, and he has PTSD and some other issues due to his father's brother molesting him since he was age 4,
Damn.
the age of 4. He finally just got arrested a couple of months ago. So you can't imagine like all those years, and then finally he gets arrested for it. So that kind of made me fume. Like I really like it kind of like ruined my day yesterday. Like it got me really angry.
Yeah, you got to protect the babies out there, guys. Like that's very, and it's our duty as adults, and even if it's not our kids, like I said, my friend's daughter, she's an adult now. She has a kid of her own, and I think there was even a lawsuit with the building that they won because he was employed here during the time. So even though he didn't get arrested and there was no criminal charges, the company here did have to pay out the family as kind of like a shush order, right? It's like, all right, here's a plea bargain. We're going to pay you all this money. Just fucking drop it, right? Or maybe that's why there was no criminal charges. I'm not sure. I wasn't too involved. I just knew the incident. And then all the times where like he had came into our apartment to like fix shit and make like weird, inappropriate, or, at the time it didn't seem like inappropriate comments towards the kids. But now you see what was going on during his mind when he was making those comments, right? And I'm like, this dude's fucking sick. Like he's portraying to be this nice guy, but really he's just a fucking grooming predator. So you have to be weary. That's why I'm a very protective person. I don't let my kids get out of my sight. They're like attached at my hip all the time, and it's hard even as adults. I'm always like, you got your taser, you got your mace, you if you're going out. And we live in a small town, so it's no big deal here. But if you go up 45 minutes up to like the smaller cities and shit, you never know when someone's gonna just decide to scoop you up, or sex trafficking's huge, a big thing. So you got to really worry about that stuff.
Another thing. That's what I actually saw a video not too long ago. There was this father, he literally had like 4 kids, he had 2 in each hand, and they were all holding on to each other, and someone actually intersected them. A woman, like a female, and a male came out, literally started pulling the kids off his arms, trying to take them. Mind you, there was other people in public not helping this guy out.
Exactly. I
And
mean,
they
people get in
actually none of
shock when it
them.
happens.
Yeah, they like stay in place, but like I feel like I understand like some people like get into shock and stuff, but me, my first thing would be like I would have to like I would have to help. like
Yeah.
like there's no freezing time. Like you need to act.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like it's I think you have to train yourself. Like, right? You have to be like, cuz like I would freeze too, but then you have to like, it's fight or flight, right? And you have, like you said, you have to act. Like I'm also one of those people where I would rather die fighting and heroically through that than just sit there and be sedative and have to deal with my non-response like for the rest of my
Yeah.
life. It's like I should have done. Like, how could you go to sleep at night, knowing that you didn't try, you didn't give your effort? Because like I feel like in life, maybe your whole life up to that moment was for that moment, right? Like that's the whole reason you're still existing. Like how, fate, right? Destiny, I guess. It is what it is. We do what we can. But yeah, no. So give us a rundown of yourself. What got you into streaming? Like what inspired you to start streaming?
Okay, so I've always had the Twitch account. It's just that I never went and like fully like used it for streaming. It was mostly like I'll just pop into, randoms like streams and stuff just to view them and stuff. But like what got me into streaming would have to be a dramatic event that happened to me in my life. basically like around COVID time, it was making me like wanna stream more because everybody was like on lockdown at the time. But like I happened to stream once or twice during that time period. But then like I stopped streaming, and then like months later, like a week or two before my birthday, unfortunately I had my sibling pass away. So this was about 3 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
So
that. Was that COVID related or something
no,
non-isolated to
something
that?
so, alcohol related.
Oh, okay.
And basically the thing is that like it led me into like a very severe depression, where like I literally had to like stay like and sleep with my mom in her room because I would wake up with like flashbacks, flashbacks of
Yeah.
him, screaming, crying. And basically one day I was like, no, I have to do something to like erase like all these memories. So I started streaming, and like I noticed that it was like helping me out to cope better. So yeah, so that's basically what
No,
led
that's
me to like
awesome.
push into streaming.
No, I appreciate you sharing that with us. I think that's great. This is a form of therapy for people, and I don't think people realize that. Like this is an outlet for people to express themselves, to also cope with, like you said, things going on in their lives that are sometimes too hard for them to take on themselves, or they don't know how to manage to kind of like. What's the word I'm looking for here? Kind of put those feelings aside, out like you said, push it out of the back of the head, and enter in new thought, in new progression. I think that's something that we kind of focus on. Me myself, I've dealt with ongoing health issues since I've started streaming, and that has given me purpose and a direction and outlook towards the future. So I have future goals instead of living in the moment, worrying about if I'm going to make it the next day or the day after, or when's it going to come where it's too much of a burden on me, right? I don't let that bother me anymore. I try to look forward to, well, I have a guest tomorrow. The guest needs me, or I have this tomorrow to do. So yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that that found some type of solution, or comfort. And again, I'm sorry about your sibling. It's terrible when things like that happen. I've lost plenty of loved ones, friends who were pretty much brothers or sisters to me since growing up. They were from fucking childhood all the way up, and I'm one of the only ones still here. I've had friends that I've known for decades, and then spent every day with them, right? Some way or another, either hanging out, smoking, drinking, watching TV, movies, parties. And then just one day they're not here no more, and you're like, damn, like, and then you feel that void, right? You feel that void no longer there, because they were so much a part of your life that without them being there, you don't know how you can go on, right? You don't know how to live without that person or that feeling or that energy no longer there. So it's tough. So chokes me up a little bit just thinking about it. So yeah, I'm glad you were
Not
able to
choking up when
find.
I was
No, it's good
when
though.
I
It
was
shows
talking
that
about
you're,
it. I was like
yeah.
holding back my tears, like trying my best.
No, you do good. You're doing great, and it's okay if you do. Sometimes it's all right, because that shows that you're still a human being, that you still, have remorse. I think it's when we stop caring is when there's a concern. Like, it's good to push it back and stuff, but it's all right to let loose and shed a tear for the loved ones who are no longer here with us. So kudos to everybody, and shout out to everybody in chat if you lost a loved one. That's a reminder. No matter how much of a background we have, if we're Puerto Rican, white, Hispanic, just whatever nationality you are, no matter where you're from, that we all lose people, and that's a reminder why we should unite and be together, and try our best to show remorse and passion and love towards everybody else around us. But yeah, so when you do stream, what are your primary games that you play? What do you like to play?
uh, I like Souls, the Dark Souls games. Basically survivor horror games and RPG games. Kind of like there'll be Final Fantasy is my all-time favorite RPGs. There's like I said, the Dark Souls games, Resident Evil, um Silent Hill, which by the way, I'm looking forward to the upcoming Silent Hill, the remake for part two. Uh, yeah, mostly anything that's horrific that's has gore in it and action, or fantasy, or like the type of games that I like to play.
Yeah, no, I think those are good genres of games. You know, especially everybody wants to play what they enjoy, and I know a lot of people who like those games, and I like some of them too. I think the only one that I haven't really tried or played is the Dark Soul games, the Elden Rings and stuff like that. But I've watched you play pretty much all the games, and I think they're definitely entertaining to watch, and they're even better when you got a good streamer who is kind of going along with the content. Like I said, you engage with chat, you engage with the content of the game that's going on, which is like all you can ask for really from a streamer is those two things. So, and you do a really good job at it. So I appreciate you providing that type of outlet for the community. And but yeah, I actually see here on your page. Let me look up here because we're going to look at your page a little bit here. If I can find my, there we go. All right, it says PMDD, PME, and what is that? Rosacea and God Survivalist. I don't even know. Can you explain what those abbreviations are?
PME, PMDD. Okay, PMDD is a hormonal condition from the female hormones. Basically, percentage of females get it where about 14 days, sometimes more, before their menstrual cycle, they get a whole bunch of symptoms. You know how there's like the regular PMS symptoms that females get? Well,
Yep.
you can picture that as PMS symptoms on steroids, basically. Depression, anxiety attacks, panic attacks. You get physical symptoms such as migraines, back aches, muscle aches. Yeah, it's pretty debilitating, at
I'll say,
times.
damn, if it wasn't bad enough, it's gotta be like that, huh?
Yeah, it's debilitating at times. And then the PME is basically when you're on your menstrual cycle, when a female's on their menstrual cycle, they whatever regular symptoms they already have, let's just say the GAD, I have generalized anxiety disorder. So that gets worse when I'm on my menstrual cycle. So whatever existing condition you already have gets worse while you're on your menstruals. That's what PME is.
Okay.
So yeah, and then rosacea is like a skin condition that I have on specifically on the face, where my face does tend to turn reddish with like, it looks like I have blush, but I don't at times. So
See,
I do
I
have.
had that as well as a kid. Mine actually had cleared up. I thought it was called rosacea or
Yeah, rose. I say it like in Spanish.
yeah. No, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
rosacea.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, and sometimes it does get itchy. I don't scratch it because then it'll get worse. But yeah, I get that too on my face. So.
oh, okay. So that makes sense. All right. I was wondering what that was for a minute because mine's actually the same. My face and cheeks are always red for some reason, and that's what the dermatologist when I was younger said. But it got kind of better when I changed climates. I guess coming up here to Minnesota, it's probably less sun. So I think it's just I have like something with sun disorder. I burn. So I can go out to like the pool for like even putting on suntan lotion and stuff. I'll sit there for like 30 minutes and I'll come home and I'm just completely burned. I don't even tan.
For me, it's like I'm sensitive with when I do like too much sunlight, I start to get itchy.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
literally, like I start to feel like, okay, I'm getting itchy, I'm gonna break out, like.
Yeah,
So
it's no
that's what
fun.
happens.
But yeah, it says you're a lover of games, old horror films, anime, mostly like RPGs and horror games, but I do a variety. Final Fantasy, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Kingdom Hearts, Soul games, Persona are my most faves. You're put on this earth to make a unique imprint. Only you can make it. I like that. I like that. And then we've got, let's see here. We got your please check out my PC accessories. Oh, I love the little chick. That's awesome. It's cute. Please check out my PC accessories. I do digital art. Oh, so you do digital art also? I didn't know that.
I mostly do it on my iPad, on Procreate. It helps as well with, anxiety and stuff. So I like drawing a lot.
Awesome. No, that's cool. And I think that's it's a good outlet. I've got my oldest daughter. She does digital art on her tablet. Also uses Canva and stuff like that, and does that stuff. And she's got autism, so that's been a big focus factor when it comes to that type of stuff. An outlet for her, and she just loves it. So I think that any artists out there who find a way to coping with their everyday life by using art as a coping mechanism or just even as a distraction, I think it's awesome. We've got appreciated but not mandatory donations. I love that play on words. I greatly appreciate donations from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for being a part of my life. So if you guys want, go over there. She's got her donations panel up. Drop her a couple bucks for some coffee or some. I was gonna say that word again for the seasoning, but I didn't. Yeah, buy some seasoning packets for her ramen. Rules, no laughing. What? No laughing? What? You're already breaking your fucking rules right now. See, chat, you rule breakers here. No smiling, no eating, no drinking, no holy moly, that's a lot. Why can't I do any of these things? Rebel. Yeah, exactly. Rebel. No writing in chat, no cursing. I'm just kidding. Fuck rules. I like it. You say that now. You're going to be changing that because eventually you're going to want some rules because people tend to be assholes.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Psst, come closer. I have something to whisper to you in your ear. I don't have a schedule. I try to be on as much as possible, but all depends on how I'm feeling mentally in the day. I try to get on at 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern on the weekdays and sometimes on the weekends. Please be patient with me. So is that the reasoning of is that what your PMDD does sometimes, where you just can't deal?
Where it starts flaring up, so I have to oh no, I can't stream. You know what I mean? So it's so I don't end up streaming.
Yeah, as Rampage says, she has rules when she is pissed off. I know, right? That's usually they all do. Yeah. And they're open to change at any time, right? The rules are not set in stone. They do change all the time. But hey, lovelies, I'm known as Mal. I have a condition referred to as PMDD and PME. Not afraid to talk about it, as I have learned to accept it as part of me, even through the tough times. I like digital art, horror films, anime, food, and gaming. I have been gaming since a little turd, and I remember the times my older brother would hand over his controller so that I could learn to play. Owned every console that was around, such as Nintendo, Dreamcast, PlayStation, Xbox, GameCube, PSP, PC, etc. Did you ever had a Sega Saturn? I was talking about the Saturn the other day.
Sega Saturn. I used to spend hours. I got it from my uncle's store at the time. He had my uncle had a store back then, and he had a section of all the old gen consoles at the time. And I remember I told my mother, I had asked her, "Oh, Christmas is around the corner. Can you get me can you get me this console that I want?" And she ended up paying, I think it was $80 at the time. And now that I think about it, I think my uncle kind of gypped her. $80, now that I think about it. But it was so worth it because I'll spend hours on that console. It's so good.
Yeah. I don't think I've played any console that wasn't really good. There's so many gems on each thing that made it definitely enjoyable. I think the only ones I never really played were the handheld Nintendo DS's. I never really played the DS's just because I guess I just never were big into handhelds at that time. I had the old school Game Boys and stuff like that, but usually it was just your typical gaming TV consoles. They tickle my ovaries in a good way. The horror games, guys, the horror games. I like getting to know new people, and I'm a strange gal that talks about weird shit at times. I mean, who the heck is normal nowadays? Exactly. Yeah. And if you don't like weird random things being said,
Yeah,
to say that it's a little
a lot of
overwhelming
redeemed.
there. I'm gonna need you to
I mean,
cut it down a little bit, Mal. It's a little too much shit on your stream. But yeah. I mean, and this is coming from a crazy clown. Little too much poo. But yeah. Just as long as you're not flinging your own poo at people or, on
no.
stream. Okay, I just make sure.
I mean, you'd
And
be
look at
surprised. It's the eBay can be a
what
strange
the
area.
fuck merch is this? What is this? Is that a plunger with blood on it? And what is the body? What is that? Is that like I'm confused.
Plunger with a toilet with the mouth. Basically, like I watched this movie many, many years ago that had to do with a toilet that eats people. I'm not lying. That movie exists. Literally, like anybody that would sit on that toilet, the mouth would open and the fucking get eaten.
That's a little disturbing. That will make a person shit themselves, literally, because they're too scared to go to the toilet.
Oh
Be
yeah,
weird,
I don't
mouse plunger
recommend
to death
watching it.
pillow. I mean, could you imagine, like, coming into someone's house and then that's on their couch, like that pillow, their throw pillow? Oh, don't just ignore my throw pillow. It's okay. They would probably not come back. I don't know where I would have to hide that if I bought your pillow. But yeah, so a pillowcase. So there we go. That's not bad. What do we got? Nice. I love it. A canvas. I'm gonna hang that next to my fine art. Uh, wild chat. Wild.
Frank likes the poo. He's already saying that there's never too much poo. There's never too much of the sound effects.
Yeah. No, I get it. We got to give you the free fart commands that are out there. Do you have the fart commands that make noise when you do the exclamation point fart or?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, is that a thing?
It is, yeah. There's fart commands.
I did not know.
I don't use them because like people would use them right now while we're on the spotlight, and they would just be like right as you're talking, so people would think we're actually farting, and I prefer not. I can't fart on command. Yeah, Kanon says yeah.
I can't. No,
But-
actually, no. I did. No. Yeah, I did try it once or twice, but I was I couldn't get it to like work the way I wanted to.
Oh,
Because like
okay.
I wanted to add like other sounds there and it wouldn't let me. So like I like took it out and deleted it. But I did have like a normal fart, I think, and like there was one that sounded like it was like a longer fart. But it wasn't really used that much.
Yeah, I mean, you got to advertise it. That's the biggest thing is people don't, it's like, all right, well, here, guys, if you ever want to fart or make me fart during awkward moments, because I know Frank would use it. Frank would be there and he'd be like, I'm going to use it right now.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like I don't mind putting it back again.
Yeah.
Look at what's up over here.
I know
he
he's
has
trying. Yeah, he's trying. He's like, I talk about it. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to do it to you,
Like that.
Joker. Oh,
Asking for
kitty.
it. Yeah, he's asking for attention over here. And my female cat right here just finished attacking him.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I love cats. Are you, is that like, how many pets do you have? Do you have dogs or just the two cats or?
Just the two cats.
Nice. No
used to
goldfish,
have
hamsters or anything?
I used to have a fish before, one of the beta fishes. But like I got tired of like having it for like 4 years or something, then they're just dying because they have like a very short lifespan. They don't last that long. So I was like, oh, I can't deal with this I mean, it would like get me like I feel too much, I guess. I have a lot of emotions, so like just a death of a fish, I was like, no, I can't do it anymore. It's already been 2 fishes that died on me. Like, no. Let's stop getting fishes.
We got Tarzan mentions any plant children. Do you have any plants in the home?
I have one. I can get up and bring it.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed.
Yeah, go ahead. Show us your plant.
Okay.
You get bonus points if it's marijuana. The Puerto Rican in her, right, guys? Are we gonna do a poll? Is the plant marijuana poll? Oh no,
So
I lost.
This one over here. It's a blue cactus. Well, it's they dyed it blue, but it's green, but it's blue, and it's, as you can see, it's already growing over here. Because when I got it, it was up to this, and now it's like up there. But yeah.
Nice. I like it. The blue goes really well with the green.
Yeah. But that's about it. I don't have any other, plants. Except in the backyard. In the backyard, there's plants that there's three trees that I planted.
Yeah. How is Tarzan supposed to swing on that? You know, it's like it's pretty small. He needs some foliage to swing on.
There's more plants out in the backyard. There's more plants out there.
Yeah, there's some shit out in the yard. You can go check that out.
I literally I literally planted 3 trees, which is gonna take long to grow. But one of them is called a Japanese what's it called? Red maple tree. That's one of them. Another one was the willow trees, like the ones that like hang down, like the leaves like just hang down. But I have one that instead of just it being green, it has like these like purple flowers that hang down with it. So it's gonna look very majestic and beautiful once it grows. So I have that I planted also. And then the third one is the cherry blossom tree, which I'm very super excited for that one because cherry blossom trees are fucking beautiful.
Yeah, no, a lot of those trees you mentioned are pretty trees. So, like you said, they just take forever to grow. But that's why we got to protect our trees, guys. I'm very big on protecting the trees too. We have like this evasive bug from overseas that's killing all the trees here in our area. So they've had to like cut them all down, especially around like our parks and stuff. Because what it is, it's like the bug burrows into the trees. And it stops the nutrients from getting to the trees, and then it spreads to the other trees like that. I think it's like elm trees. So they've like literally just started cutting them all down to avoid it from continuing to spread. But then I think they have intention on replanting new trees. But like again, that takes forever, right? And then we get a lot of our oxygen from the trees. It filters a lot of stuff, provides shade. So provides housing for animals, right? So it's like you have multi-purpose for trees, and without them, we wouldn't probably be here. So
yeah, speaking of trees, there's the only Walmart that we have in our area had like a very foresty area, like before you get to Walmart, where we actually had deers and everything there. It's so beautiful. You see the deers and everything, and they just recently cut down literally the whole entire forest, gone. All the trees gone. And like every time drive past there, it's like I look and I'm like, wow, that's just fucked up. Like you tore down all these deer's homes because you want to go and build fucking buildings, more condos, more buildings. Basically in my area, it's looking more like New York now. Like day by day, I'm like, it's changing. Like all you see is like a lot of buildings and stuff, and it's sad. I'm like come on, man.
Yeah, no, I agree too. And that's where like I'm not about government myself, but that's where like legislation has to come in and like step in, and states and cities need to buy the property, and not have it public, or and purchase it for like a reservation of habitat or just something to kind of conserve the land. And luckily here in where I'm at in the southern part of the state, there's a lot of farms, a lot of stuff like that. But it's still, that happens all the time. And it's sad to see because like you said, even my apartment building, we used to have these big bushes and hedges and things for like the rabbits and stuff like that. And I remember the day they came out with bulldozers and ripped up all these bushes and hedges, and all the little baby rabbits are running. And all I could think of was like, this is so fucking sad. Like I felt so bad. I'm like, look, there ain't shit here. I was like, where are they gonna go? Like you've destroyed everything. There's not foliage for miles and miles. Like I just couldn't imagine. Like it's just tough. It's and that goes on like mass scales, and that's why a lot of people are concerned with. I know like in Brazil, the rainforest down there's a lot of deforestation happening there, and no one's doing anything, and that's kind of sad too. Because like again, you never know what species like you're making extinct because you wanted to fucking make money off of a complex, or someone privatized this. But yeah, it'll eventually catch up. Unfortunately, it'll be everybody who suffers for it. Yo, Wildcard Clips, thank you for coming in with the follow there. And Yander as well. Didn't get to say thank you if you're still in chat for the follow. So how long have you been streaming?
About to be almost 2.
Nice.
Almost 2 years. Because, like, as I said, I did have the account, so I guess this doesn't count because I wasn't really fully streaming, like, streaming. But, like, streaming-wise, I almost, 2 years.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, I had my account for 7 years, but I didn't start streaming until about two as well. I had pretty much the account for watching streamers, like you said, right? I like created the account to like maybe even like I don't remember. I think like to get drops when they first introduced it many years ago, or maybe it was something else I created the account for. I don't remember, but when I went to log in, it was like your email address is already associated with an account, and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, okay, let me figure out reset it, and then I come in, and I'm like, holy shit, I didn't even know I had this account. And then when we started streaming, we kind of rebranded everything, changed the name, and went with it. But yeah, do you have hobbies outside of streaming that you kind of do off stream or?
Exercise, yoga, exercise bike. I like going outside and just taking long walks, just taking in everything, basically, like the like the plants, looking at, because regardless of all the bad stuff that's going on in this world, it's always good to like, pause and take the time to just, look at everything and cherish like the trees, the birds chirping, the insects flying around. So I like that as well. It's very calming. It's very calming. I like going to the park and just sitting there.
Yeah, aren't you a Taurus with as well, right? Isn't your
Yes.
birthday? Yeah, see, that's why we get along a little bit. That's why our nature and earth, because we're an earth sign pretty much, I
Yeah.
believe, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, you got to appreciate those things. You got to, it's what I mean. We originated from the earth and the soil, and bare feet, no clothing. Like that's just in our nature.
Yeah.
So like we've been more modernized over the last 100 years, really, or maybe I guess you would say 150 years, 200 years, somewhere around there. So to appreciate what the earth has given us and to cherish it, you connect to the soil. They call it, was it grounding, pretty much, when you go out, take off the shoes, put the feet in the soil or the earth, and kind of ground with the earth again. And I think that's good because there's energy. People don't see that, like mushrooms. And I go out and foil it, or what is it? Is it called foil? I forget what it's called. Jesus.
I don't know if it's foliage or foliage. I'm not sure how to say.
Yeah. So yeah, they go out and pick mushrooms, but the roots stretch all the way down into the earth. And everything shares electronic frequency with each other. And that's why, unfortunately, I've even seen videos recently of people with their chargers plugged into the wall and then holding their phone. And then, like, I saw a video where a guy was holding his phone and touching his kid's hands, and the electronic frequency was going through the charger from the wall, from the phone into his hand, into his body, and then traveling to his kids' bodies just because they're all touching. So that shows you, if you're holding your phone while you're charging it, you're getting an electronic frequency that runs through your body, and that body is mostly water. Your body's mostly water. So those frequencies, the Wi-Fi, everything, it is affecting our bodies. And that's crazy to imagine.
Now that you're mentioning that, there's times where I've noticed, actually, I'd have my phone charging and I'd have it like on my stomach because I have two phones. I got one that's not connected, but I use it for like just things that don't require phone calls and stuff like that, just like TikTok browsing and stuff like that. And then I have my other phone, which is connected, and that's the one I use for phone calls. So I've had times where I would charge my phone, put it on my stomach, and just lay back and just use my other phone, and I could feel the vibration on my stomach. And literally it would make me feel sick. Like I'd have to like take my phone out and put it to my side because I'd start feeling like this weird sensation in my tummy, and it starts to get like this hot feeling, and I start to feel like an ache. So I was like, okay, so this is insane. Like these vibrations, like you said, they actually like bad. They're bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's been shown that like holding the phone up to your ear for a phone call, like I actually would recommend like wired earbuds. I wouldn't even use I wireless earbuds. I told my kid all the time because my kid would just and still does it. He likes to walk around with his wireless earbuds in his ear. I said, enjoy the brain tumor at the age of 30. You know, like that's what's going to happen. I mean,
Oh my God.
unfortunately, like I would rather like unfortunately it's like it's kind of a soft form of fear mongering, right? Like some people are like, oh, you're fear mongering, but it's like no, that's kind of
It's
like
something I would say.
yeah, it's like enjoy the fucking brain tumor at the age
The
of
crazy
30,
part,
like
the crazy part is that you say the enjoy, and I tend to say that a lot. Like, oh, enjoy this, enjoy that. Like that's like my, so the fact that you just said it just made me laugh. Like, yo, what the hell? Like,
it's a Taurus thing. It's our way of like or of being negative but being positive. It's like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's a soft form. You're like, all right, well, enjoy this, enjoy this foot up your ass that I'm about to give you
I'll be,
here.
I'll be told like, oh, I just ate these like good ass tacos, and mind you, I wanted to eat tacos that day, and I'm like, oh, I hope you enjoyed it. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And it never actually means enjoy. Yeah, never, never. Uh,
oh
Yo,
man.
Coffee B, welcome in, Coffee. Good to see you. Happy Sunday, guys. You guys are all W's. Yo, Rippers and Dabs is in here too. Yo, what's up, Rippers? Yo, Tin Man, the Tin Man. Good to see you, bro. It was awesome to be able to raid into you the other day and get to come in and hang out during your just chatting sesh. If you guys don't know the Tin Man, part of the Tin Man or Tin Can Clan. Really great Discord community over there. Really great guy. I've known for quite some time. Another big inspiration to the stream. Just big W. Thank you for the shout out, mods. You guys are W's there for giving him the big shout out. Click that heart button for the Tin Man. Highly recommend. He's streams around the same time I do on Mondays or weekdays. So go over and check him out in the mornings. I think he might pop on a little bit after I start. But no, man, I think it's great. That's why I can usually tell people's and same with like Zahabi. Zahabi's a Scorpio, Joker Mom's a Scorpio, Trash Panda's a Scorpio, and in the closer their dates are to the other signs, they tend to shift more and sway towards the other signs too. So they have like a little bit of this or a little bit of like a Virgo or Aquarius or this and that. And I'm not too big into those because I don't know a whole lot of the other signs and their traits. My little one's a Leo, so I know all about her. She's got her own little attitude and ways that she lives life. And I think it's just crazy. I think, again, being a Taurus, I kind of see those astrology signs and how people operate, and everybody's unique in themselves. Like we're our own human beings and unique in ourselves, but we do share similar traits, especially with our own, because I can usually tell if a Taurus starts talking about poop, right? Like that's probably I think that's the only thing I'm like, not too fond of poop, but it is funny. Like I think there's been times where like my kid will, fart or something, and everybody starts laughing, and I'm like, come on, guys, are we fucking five again? Like everybody's laughing over a fart, and it's like, all right, well, I guess I'll laugh with you guys. It's so funny. But it's great. I love it.
I get what you mean because there are times where there's certain things that aren't funny, but like I laugh along with it because I guess it's like, okay, I feel bad, so let me just laugh. Like
let me just laugh with you guys because
like,
you're a Cancer, Hearst. Nice. Fart jokes are what Sagittarius is where it is at. Yo, nice Virgo hermit life. Let's go. See, I love it. Leo life, Canine Leo. Yeah. See, Canine, I could pick that you're a Leo. Leos really love animals. Leos really love animals, and I've noticed that because my little one's a Leo and she wants to be a vet or work with animals. I like animals too. Tauruses like animals. I think that's something we love too. But I it's very strong with Leos. Like they have a passion for animals, and that's at least the ones I've met. I'm sure there might be some who are like, I don't fucking like animals, but I bet you they swing more towards the other signs before them or the ones after them, right? So they're more. So I just find that shit very, very cool. But yeah, no. So we went over your hobbies outside of streaming. We went over, maybe some people who are just stopping in. If you want to kind of tell us about some of your favorite games again, that you like. Is there any games actually that you prefer to play off stream that you wouldn't stream or something?
I think that would have been the Dark Souls games. And literally I'm taking a leap on actually streaming them. Because like I tend to curse a lot. Like those games make me curse. Like you lose the souls after you've acquired so many. You just go ahead and fucking lose it over something dumb. You're fighting a boss, and next thing you know he transforms into like a fucking second phase, and he goes to like a third phase. You're like, yo, I thought I was done with you already, and they're over here doing this. Or they'll have like a little inch of fucking health. And then they'll do something that like they never did before, some sort of move, and they just wipe you out. Like, that was the game that I said I would never stream because of the rage that I get off of it. But, like I said, I took a leap of faith, and I decided to start streaming it. But games like that, I usually don't really stream. The ones that require, like, a lot of grinding. Like, leveling up and stuff like that.
And see, like, the Dark Soul game seems tough, like you said, tough to stream just because of, like, the concentration. Like, how do you engage with chat while you're concentrating on this fucking 10-minute, 15-minute fight? Like, it's long fights. And like you said,
and you can't pause it.
No, you can't. There's no pause.
You cannot pause it at all.
That sucks. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, that sucks. Because sometimes you're just like, okay, I'm halfway through this. The door's fucking ringing, or, the doorbell's going off, the phone's ringing or something. You're just like, fuck it, I gotta finish it or die, right?
Yep, exactly. So that's why if you're gonna sit down and play the game, you better hope that you're next to a bonfire or save point, sitting on it, like there. If you're gonna get up to use the bathroom or do something, because you cannot even pause it even when you're out of battle. Even if you're just roaming around, just doing normal stuff, like you can't pause it either.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Yeah, those games are tough. Like, I've watched people play them. Some people are really good that I know. I would be very terrible. So that's why I've steered away as well. That would be a game that I would probably be hesitant to play. But I know chat likes that stuff. People like to see people struggle and have a good time, and that's always awesome to watch, but never to be a part of. But yeah, no, with the Dark Souls, there was you mentioned the low health bar, and then it's like they call it a soft enrage or a hard enrage when they like makes their power even more and they'll one shot you.
Something like it's insane. It's like a couple of days back when I last streamed, I was fighting this worm looking boss, and let me tell you, I still have not beaten him, and it was like already 2 hours through the stream, and I still have not killed this guy. This guy is just a normal side boss that I don't even have to fight. Like, I could just go on with the game and that's it, and just not even fight him. But me being the way I am when it comes to things like this, I keep trying and trying and trying and dying and dying, raging more, and I keep doing it until I finally get it. So he had a little bit of health left, and he pulled something that he didn't do before, where it was a certain move where he like would hit you with his tail, but he ended up, instead of doing it one time, he did it 3 times. He did not do that at all. And I'm like, yo,
so you got in a rhythm, so you backed up and then you went back into the second hit.
Yeah,
or what?
And he does it 2 more times, and I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? It's like Souls games, I'm telling you. They made this like these types of games purposely to make you rage and quit. Like, they purposely made it that way.
Yeah, I watched you on some of the Final Fantasy. Those bosses were long too. You're like, okay, it's done, we beat it, and then next thing you know, there's this big cutscene, and it goes into another form
and another boss. Yes,
yeah,
that was 15, Final Fantasy 15. That was one of the games that I've actually beat completely through stream. Like, not in the same like day, like, but throughout like the streamings. That's the first game I beat there from beginning to end. And that game, I've had to say that between all the Final Fantasies, that's the games that literally, like you said, there'll be like a cutscene, and then next thing you know, another phase, another thing happens with the boss, and you have to fight another bar of health. Then another phase. Literally, there was this one fight where there was 5 bars, 5 different. When I thought I was done with the guy, it did a cutscene and boom, he does some other shit. And another bar of health appears. I'm like, yo, when is this gonna end? If I die right now, I have to start from the fucking beginning of the fight. So but I got through the game.
There was a time where you died and you had to start back over. I think I watched a lot of that gameplay of you like over the course of those several days. I was stopping in and was catching a good majority of it. And I thought the game looked awesome. I thought the fights were awesome, but they were long. I was like, holy shit. I was like, I thought it was over too. And I'm like, there's more.
Yes, I was near almost 3 hours at one point off of the same location with one boss.
Yeah,
just
that's
one boss.
Nuts.
I'm like, yo, this is insane. But it was so worth it because that game was like beautifully made. It was such a great game.
Oh, it was. The visuals were great. Like the effects, it was beautiful for sure. I agree. So that's why I like watching streams, like because like I can live curiously through other people's gameplay. You know, I don't have to commit myself to the time. You know, if I can luckily I can get up and walk away and, you know, pause if I need to. Unfortunately the streamer can't, but that is what it is. But we do got some clips here. I'm actually going to pull up some of these here. Let's see, we're going to go all, see if we can find, what is this, cheated? Oh, you got a lot of views on this one. Let's see what this is. It's your featured clip. Oh, it's Spider-Man clip. You played Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
That was so fucking easy. Did I just instantly end the battle by getting him from the top? Just like that. Like,
yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I had no idea that you could defeat him like that, just like one hit and that's it. It literally just happened. My plan was to get him from above and then continue the fight there because that fight is a pretty long fight. This guy was hard to defeat. And the fact that I just hit him like just from above and that's it, he was done. That like I was in shock. I was like, yo,
he
did
had
I just,
a
like,
lot of health. Yeah, he had a lot of health left when you hit him. I saw it. Like it showed his health bar. Let me see. I'm gonna go back because I gotta see this here. Yeah, look at his health bar. He's still half health. Save? I don't get it. What is? Bro, you just did like half the damage to him then. Yeah. Holy shit. Like I don't understand how that happened. Yeah.
That was so.
The game made it easier for me, I guess. So that.
Yeah. All right, we got more late night Walmart customers. What was the game? All Evil Within. We've got. What is this one? Oh, is that the? Hold on, we'll see what this is real quick. The Medium. Okay.
Oh man, the camera angle. Fucking shit!
The screaming goat. Let's go.
Yo!
Oh my god, it was just perfect for that because it was a horror game. I'm over here focused on the fucking game, waiting for a damn jump scare, and someone just played that.
That's great. That's hilarious.
I'm gonna shoot it specifically on the left nut because the left nut looks like it's been a little bit enlarged. This is the one I put on TikTok.
The left nut looks enlarged.
I was trying to do him a favor, trying to make it even.
Let's shrink one down to size, right? Yo, Guardian, welcome in. Yo, B Nation, how's it going? Welcome in. Good afternoon, Governor. Holy shit. I can't believe it. You shot him in the nuts.
Yep. I didn't even expect it to like open up like that the way it did when I like hit it there.
I know. It was like his mouth almost. Like, what the fuck? I gotta watch that again. Yeah, it's like
I'm
second
gonna shoot it specifically on the left nut Because the left nut looks like it's been a little bit enlarged.
Oh man, that's great. That game's like pretty old, isn't it? Like I can't believe it's like several years old now, I think.
Yeah, it has a couple of years to it already. It's just I've
Evil
it's a game that I've
Within
beaten off of stream. And well, I think it's like 4 or 5 years. Almost 5 years old.
It's 7 years old now. It came out in
Damn,
2017. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
Crazy.
I was like that because the first one was the one I was thinking of because I never played neither one and I scooped them up on Epic. I think they were free, or maybe it was the first one that was free, or maybe both were at some point. So I've been. Oh, the first one's 2014. That's what it is.
Yeah, that one's old. Yeah, that one I got into Evil Within through my sister. My sister had it for the Xbox at the time. And I saw one of my nephews playing it. I'm like, what game is this? This is giving me Resident Evil vibes. Like, what game? And then literally he gave me the controller and I was like, immediately liked it. I was like, okay. So that's like, so I ended up beating that game on her Xbox. Then I got it for myself on my PlayStation at the time. And then the Evil Within 2 released a couple years after. So it's a really good game. It's like a mixture of Resident Evil and Silent Hill.
Oh, you played the Stray game. I've always wanted to play that. It's a good game, it seems. I've watched it.
Dude, my cat is so cute.
Oh no, run! How do I run? How do I run? How do I run?
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Dude, get off me.
Oh my goodness. That game's so fun. Very beautiful game. I hope they make a second one.
Yeah. It was nice, you know, portraying a cat. Something different.
Yeah, exactly.
Be able to be a cat.
All right, I think this is this Final Fantasy 15?
I think it is. I think that's when I beat the boss. The other boss.
You asshole!
One of the bosses.
Fuck!
Let me tell you, that boss,
You!
it was hard. It was a hard fight. So I was very happy that I beat him. And I had died a couple times before that.
Oh, fuck!
I remember you were having like hand cramps and your thumbs were hurting. I remember that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my hands were sweaty. They were hurting already. I was like so over it, but I was like, I can't quit. I had to keep on. I finally did it. Cause that game literally makes you press like you have to be on point with the combos. You can't stop at all.
Oh, you're playing some DBD too.
I tried it. Yeah, I tried it out at that time. I didn't do too well.
Is that Nemesis? No, not Nemesis.
I need to get
Nemesis?
back on it.
No.
I've seen a lot of people playing it lately. It's something I need to get back on.
Yo, Metallica, welcome in.
That was at the time when I used to use a little tiny camera thing. You couldn't hardly see me. At one point I got called out for it. Someone was like, we can't hardly see you, like make your camera bigger. I'm like, okay. Like
yeah. But no, there's that actual Killer Clowns from Outer Space game that's coming out next month. That's kind of looks like DBD, where it's based off of the old movie, and you either play as one of the clowns, and there's multiple, there's 3 of you, so there's 3 killers, I guess, and then there's a whole like town of people, they're the survivors, so it's the same thing.
That's a game that I'm definitely getting because the Killer Clowns is like one of like my favorite classic horror games. It's one of my top. That's a thing I didn't mention with like the hobby stuff. One of my favorite things is like watching classic horror movies
Oh, they are the best. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they're really good. They're not the same as the ones now. Like the ones back then were much more scarier than the ones now. Nowadays, you can tell like when something's gonna happen. Like I'll be like, watch her like just drop to the floor and like drag herself and like or be like, hello, is anybody home? And then someone's gonna fucking come out of nowhere and kill her. Like
Yeah.
you can tell. You can tell.
Yeah. So, I mean, because the classics were someone originated that method, right? Someone created that originally some way or another. And now it's just been repolished so many times that, us being older, and have seen these movies, we kind of expect it and know when it's going to happen. But the younger generation is still kind of the prime where they haven't experienced a lot of these classics. And we've even got the little one into watching some of those old classics now that she's getting older and can deal with the gore and stuff like that. Like some of my favorites are like Sleepaway Camp, and I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just weird old horror films that are really great. But
That
yeah,
one and have you ever watched The Blob? The Blob was a really good one.
oh, that was good. Yeah, The Blob was really
The
good.
Blob was really good.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was a whole entire imagine like a whole blob just like swallowing up people and like this is it's like acid and then just like disintegrate like within like just melt inside the blob. It's like, it was a strange movie, but it was creepy for me. It was like
No, that's good. I mean, because there's actually a movie that I've been watching. I love like the new style horror that I really like is South Korean horrors, or like Train to Busan, and like those type of zombie. I love like the South Korean zombie films, but there's like one on Netflix right now that's Parasite something, or
finished watching it. Yes, it's based off of an anime. Yes.
oh, it is. Okay. Is that the one
Yes.
where the organisms come down and it tried
Yeah.
to take over the girl's brain, but she was hurt? Is that the one? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like two or
Yeah,
three
it's
episodes
so
in.
good. It's so fucking good. The show is good. The only thing is that me being like someone that has watched the anime already, so I'm like looking at like bits and pieces as I was watching the
And
show.
you're analyzing
to make
it.
sure that they did it the way they're supposed to. I did the same thing with Bleach the movie. I was like, honestly, Bleach the movie was like so to me. It didn't really go with like it wasn't like the anime, you know. And it's like I've mentioned this before. There's this one show that I've been wanting to watch that I have it saved called One Piece. And I'm so scared to watch it. I'm so scared that they have let down, the anime itself. It's something that like I'm scared of, like, because they've done it with Resident Evil as well with the TV show. It was nothing like the game.
Yeah. Oh, the series that's on Netflix, the Resident Evil series. Yeah, that was kind of it. Was it's like I take it for what it is. I try not to compare. I know a lot of people give like the Witcher series a lot of scoff about how stuff is in the show compared to the game and the universe and stuff like that. And like I just try to take it for what it is sometimes. But yeah, I do like it when stuff correlates and it goes off of source material. A lot of people were talking about Fallout recently with how good that was compared to the game, and the storyline, and what is it called, candid or canon, or I forget the word they use for when it follows along with the actual source material.
Shoot, I forget. Yeah, I forget exactly. I know what are you talking about.
Canon.
Have you finished?
Yeah.
Have you finished the show? Because like I haven't watched it yet. I have not watched it yet.
I finished. I binged it in like a couple days. I know some people binged it in like the first day it came out, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
How good
it's like
it
that's
is? Damn.
yeah. It's like it's 8 episodes, so it's a short series, and each episode obviously is like 40 minutes, 50 minutes long. So it's not too long, but it's nice. It's okay. Like I liked it. I thought they did a good job. Like I was interested, but my problem with series is like it's always so slow. Like I always want more out of it, and I mean, which is hard to expect, but I don't know. I feel like some episodes, like they'll make like most of these series, they'll make like say out of 8 episodes, there'll be like 3 or 4 that are really good, and then the rest are kind of like fillers in between. It's like, all right, well, this whole episode is just story building or relationship building or character building, and nothing really happens, and it's just like maybe one part that's okay in the whole episode, and I don't know, it kind of drags. I just feel like they milk a lot of stuff.
They did that with The Walking Dead. With a lot of
Walking Dead was I haven't watched Walking Dead since like season 4 or something like that. And then like I was living, holy moly, yo, turtle moving slow with the turtle raid. Guys, welcome in. Let's give a round of applause, chat. For turtle moving slow with the rate of 14, coming in with Queen Hawk as well. Thank you. How you doing, Queen? How you doing, Turtle? Thanks for showing some love, guys, to Mal today. I'm gonna give a big shout out to Turtle here. Yo, appreciate that, Turtle. Much love, my man. Yeah, showing some love to Mal. Yeah, Mal is amazing. We appreciate you coming on, Mal, hanging out with us today. Giving us your info on a lot of information, the games you play, what kind of makes you tick when it comes to like real life stuff, and some of the struggles that you deal with your depression, anxiety, your menstrual ordeal as well that you go through with your disability there, and then like even sharing with your loss of your sibling. A lot of things, that you struggle with and you take with you on a day-to-day basis. And for struggling with all those things, you do a really good job with coping and living life to the fullest you can. And I think that's something we all need to be appreciative of in life, even though we all battle our own little things and issues, that we find purpose and love and, in the world, and not let those things define who we are as a human being, because it's so easy to get caught up in that stuff, and just like kind of live in a bubble and not do anything, because depression's like that. I've dealt with it before, especially I think I lost my mom when I was like 22, and my daughter was only like 3 years old and never really got to have that opportunity. And I remember going through a couple years of heavy alcohol drinking and stuff as a kid, because like I was living by myself and I was several states away and I had no support. I had no friends. I had, I had a couple friends, but then those friends, like one of my friends hung himself, and another one of my friends shot himself at his kitchen table. So it's like, you see all these people that you loved and cared for who were struggling with their lives, and they took that way out, and then you start to like, it starts to implant in you, like, is this what's going to happen to me? Is this my way out? Like, and depression really starts to hammer you, and you got to be strong to fight through that shit. And you got to find, like a better light in tomorrow. And then here we are, guys. We're fucking still here. Where we got the wonderful Mal with us. We got all you W's in chat with the raid. It's like, this wouldn't be possible without you guys. And I wouldn't be here to be experiencing this with you guys if it wasn't for that. So, thank you guys for everything that you do. Thank you for, what you give to the communities, and kudos to you guys for battling your own struggles. Like, so let's give another round of applause for chat. But yeah, we love you here. But with another great question that I wanted to ask, do you have any biggest fears in life, like things that bother you that you're not too fond of?
Honestly, the first one would be possibly allowing everything that I have, like the issues, get to me. That's like my number one fear. Like, just one day, just like giving up, and that's it. You just have that, like, that fear, like, oh, what if one day just like I can't no more and it just happens, So that's a fear that I have, as well as like, unfortunately in life, people, unfortunately pass away and stuff. So another fear is like going through like another important person in my life passing away. That's another fear, which I have to accept that eventually, that's how life is.
Yeah, so, no, that's tough. I mean, getting older, especially when it's the young ones, right? Or the ones who really haven't got to experience life, to the fullest yet, to see their potential, where they would have come, or ones that have even experienced life and it's just been a struggle for them, and they just can't deal with it no more. That's always tough. Or but no, that's good. I'm glad you shared that fear, and I think that's something that a lot of people can correlate with and understand. One fun question here is, if you could do any activity for a day, what would you do?
I would want to go to a museum of dinosaurs, just this bones, like archaeologist type of stuff. Like, I haven't gone to one in ages, and I've been wanting to go to one of those. So unfortunately, in my area, there's not that many of that. so that would be the number one thing I would want to do. I'm a geek when it comes to dinosaur stuff. so that would be I would be happy just to see the bones and read about them and stuff like that.
Yeah, you need to come to Minnesota then. They've got a really, we were lucky because Joker Mom's Native American, and they actually Minnesota has a thing where they pay tribute to indigenous people because of the fact of colonization and the what is it, the Trail of Tears, or where they pretty much United States government pushed them all onto reservations, took their land, whatever, through over time. And so Minnesota pays homage to that by providing them with free access to the museums. So I thought that was really cool. So we were able to go and visit the museum. We got tickets to the theaters, right, for their showings of the different 3D and amphitheater type shows that they do. And their museum here is just magnificent. I mean, so many different species of fossils, and some of them I think are real, and then some of them are fake, right? They're just portrayed as real, but they look like they're real. Like, I mean, pretty damn close. You could probably pass it off. But just really great museum. I think one of the best that I've been to, and I've been to a few where I grew up in, like Tennessee. They've had some museums there, but nothing compared to the one here. So I say, if you ever want to go to a museum and you're going to travel to go do it, that would be the one I would suggest. Up north, and I think it's like the Twin Cities, Minneapolis or St. Paul, up there.
Yeah, I'm into that, and into the museums that have like the old stuff, like if they have like a very old sewing machine that they used to use back then. Like, I'll just look at it and I'll just wonder, like, damn, I wonder. Well,
hello, beautiful.
Like, I'll just like start thinking different things. I'm like, or like they'll have like old tools from back then, from like the military and stuff like that. The old weapons, history stuff like that. Like, I like things like that as well.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think. Yeah, actually, I go out metal detecting, looking for stuff like that. That's something I will, if I go travel to the South, I kind of, or even in your area, actually, your area is really big because of the ships and everything that came from Europe to colonize here. A lot of opportunity to find old coins that have been through the Civil War, things like that. But yeah, no, welcome in. Thank you for the follow there, GG Swag Star. I appreciate that. Hi, I'm Swag, the sexiest Canadian hobbit on Twitch. You're gonna have to fight some people for that title here, man. We got a lot of Canadians, so I don't know. You got a lot to prove, my man. I'm sorry, but we'll give it to you for now, okay? You dropped the follow. You're pretty sexy at the moment, but we'll see how it goes down the road, okay? But no, Mal's hair is poppin', says K9. As someone who had an ex who dyed her hair often, how long did it take you to get that color to pop, especially on dark hair?
Like, I had to bleach my hair like 3 or 4 times. Well, the stylist had to literally go through that process to get it to at least near white. It wasn't even fully white. It was like a yellowish white. So it took, literally, it took, no lie, like about 4 hours of me sitting on a chair in the salon having the whole process, from the bleaching to the dyeing. It was very tedious, because like I was hungry. I just wanted to go home and eat, but it was Like literally the whole time thinking about food. Fuck, when is this lady gonna finish? Darn it! Like I just want to leave and go home. I don't do salons, but for this year I was like, nah, it's been a while. I want something different. Let me just get it over with.
No, that's awesome. At least I know that's probably if I need to get my hair colored, that I probably need to go to a salon because I'll just fuck it up, and that's
I
something you don't
suggest
want to fuck
that.
up.
Yeah, because before this, I've tried to bleach my hair on my own, and trust me, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You'll only end up damaging your hair more, and it'll take more than possibly 3 or 4 times. Like it's definitely worth going to a stylist that they know what they're doing, and they'll get it done.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Like my hair is getting really long. I don't know if I should cut it, if I should and it's like I'm getting at that age where it's gray, right? I got the gray hairs coming out, and I don't know if I should just go with like a silver, right, and just kind of go with it, or if I should do like a color like red or.
That would look dope, the silver. Honestly, if it was for me, if they had the silver dye there, which they didn't, because I did go in and I asked them, I wasn't gonna do red. My number one color was going to be like an emerald green.
Okay.
That was the number one.
Yeah, I like that too.
I was like, oh, do you have emerald green? She's like, no.
Because that's like our birthstone color. Like that's our birthstone.
Yeah, that's why I wanted it, because it would look nice with the black. I was like, this looks gonna look very nice. So that was like my first pick. But then like the second one was gonna be the gray. But then she was like, oh, we don't have gray. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck does this lady have then? I can't do a fucking color. I'm not gonna spend almost $200 for you not to have the color that I want. So then she's like, look, what other color you like? And I'm like, red. Do you at least have red? And she's like, yes, but it has to be a very bright red. It can't be a dark red. Like it needs to show. And she's like, yeah, I have it. And then she did it, and when I looked at it when she was done, yeah. I was like, wow, it was worth it. Like the red was worth it.
Yeah, no, as a third choice, it turned out good. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell like like emerald is a little bit, it is bright, but it's kind of dark too, right? So it's kind of like maybe the red was a better choice. I don't know. It's hard to tell without seeing emerald, right? Like maybe if I had an emerald comparison, I could say, oh. But yo, welcome in, A-Heart. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here, my man. Thanks for stomping in, showing some love for Mal. If you guys haven't, we're going to give shout out to Mal since we've got our peak viewership right now with the raid from Turtle and everybody who's been sticking around. I would love for you guys to drop a follow to Mal. If you're into horror games, if you're into RPGs, if you're into Dark Souls style games, this is the streamer to watch. So let me give a... There we go. Okay. Made sure I typed that incorrect. I love Turtle. I love turtles. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Swag. Yeah, we love Turtle here too. Turtle's awesome. Turtle's always hanging out with us, playing some Fortnite. He stops in and chills and does some Fortnite Fridays with us. He actually lives the next state over. We're hoping, I wish I had more of a setup for like mobile type stuff, because we've been considering we're gonna go ghost hunting, right? We're gonna try to see if we can go ghost hunting in like a maybe get like a night type thing, or like a later evening into like a haunted house or like a prison or something. And that would be cool to like stream it too, right? Like but streaming in dark, you have to have a lot of good equipment and a lot of that,
like a good light source for that. But exactly. I mean, it's definitely something that I would definitely be into watching, because like I watch all this like weird ghost hunting stuff on YouTube. Mr. Ballin is one that, is it Ballin or I don't even know how to properly say his name, but
Mr. Ballin.
Like, it's like, I mean, am I saying it correctly or no?
I don't know. I just think Mr. Ballin, that sounds like he ballin'.
Yeah. Like, well, he is. Yeah, all that money. Yeah, like
I'm sure he is now.
But he got popular. He got popular off of telling the stories like so descriptive that you feel like you're there, like it's happening. Like he does different stories. It's not just like real life like stories of how of people die mysteriously, or he'll do like weird stories of like ghosts and stuff, but the way he says it and narrates it is like perfect. Like you feel like you're there, like it's happening. That's how great this guy is.
No, that's awesome. And that's how it should be. You know, if you're doing that type of content, you really have to feel the content you're doing and be able to narrate it good like that. So that's awesome to see. You'll have to link me his page. I'll check that out sometime. I'm all about checking out new stuff. And I love ghost hunting stuff. Watching that stuff as a kid too. It was always intriguing. I love the paranormal activity movies. Those have always been fun, even though and then what's the other one? The original one was what, like Blair Witch Project? I always thought Blair Witch Project was really good. And at the time that movie came out, I remember it was like some of the most biggest scary movie in theater. Like I remember people were just unsure if it was real or fake. You know, it was like one of those documentary type movies, but it was fake, obviously. But people were so convinced that it was real.
That I would be one of them. I thought it was real at first, but then like they ended up releasing a documentary about it, like what like exactly happened. And they actually had in the documentary like clips, like actual real clips of those people, like the people that were that had to do with what happened to them and stuff. It's a pretty I kind of enjoyed not gonna lie, I enjoyed the documentary more than the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, no, I love stuff like that. I think it's always interesting. It's captivating, right? It keeps your attention, and you're like, okay, what's gonna happen next? I love that type of stuff. So, what are you using to stream right now? Like, what equipment and software do you use to stream?
I use my PlayStation 5.
Okay, so you
literally my PS5 camera that I got, and the console, and that's it. And sometimes when I'm feeling like I want to stream with like the overlays and stuff, I'll hook up my capture card to like my PS5 and my laptop or whatever. I'll have the headset, like the mic on the side, which is, I don't know if you see it right there. But yeah. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's right there. So but other than that, like it's not really like a huge thing that's that I have going on. And also like the Streamlabs, I have it open always in case whenever I'm streaming in PS5, because unfortunately for PS5, if you're not using the capture card, you can't just like redeem an alert or something, or a channel point and then expect it to sound. You have to have like a different source, like a different thing that you're using. So for my situation, I have the laptop with the Streamlabs open. With whenever someone redeems it, it goes through out of the mic of the laptop, like the sound. So it's been working for me. Like,
that works. What I do. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, to me, that's a good setup. That's more than a lot of people have. Some people just stream with no cam. And then they stream with a cam, like you said, through a PlayStation or Xbox, but then don't have sound alerts. So like you said, you've got your sound alerts set up on the laptop. If you want to do the capture card for the overlays, you can. I also tell people there's a site out there if people don't have a laptop called Lightstream, which is a monthly sub, I think, of like $8 or $6, somewhere around there. I don't know the price of it now. But it will set up overlays, on there as a source, and you just use the website. And I think you can access it through mobile too. So if you don't have a laptop, you can set overlays up, and then it'll kind of display it on your stream for people who don't have that option. But I think that's always the first thing that I tell people. Save up, get a mic first, then a cam, and then a laptop, a budget laptop with a capture card, and then go from there. Because a lot of people can't afford a $2,000 to $5,000 setup, right? I think that's a much for something that you might not even know if you enjoy, really.
Yeah, especially with the parts for it, because if I would get a PC, I would have to get the parts and build it myself. That's how I would want to go about with a PC, instead of just getting like one that's already set up.
Yeah. And I would like to do that too. My problem is I feel like I'd fuck something up while I'm building it, and then I wouldn't be able to troubleshoot what parts fucked up. And then I'm like, okay, well, what's fucked up? Like, is it the motherboard? Is it the processor? Is maybe the RAM sticks are bad? Like, I kind of don't want to deal with all that shit. So I usually have like friends build it who've built multiple PCs. And then if that's not an option, I would just buy a pre-built. I'd rather buy a pre-built, and then if it's fucked up, I can just send the whole computer back and then they can fix it, right? But you pay that higher premium, right? You're going to pay an extra 300 to 500, maybe $700 more than if you just parted it together like you said. But
yeah, it's more money like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, and like I used to build old computers when they were like fucking dinosaurs, like 100 years ago when they were just being introduced. Like I remember my damn computer, my first computer, didn't even have a modem in it. It had like the old 56K modem that was dial up. And when I got the internet, they actually like high speed internet. They brought a network card with the modem. I had to manually install the network card into my computer because they didn't have shit like that at the time. So that's how old I am. And that was back in the day.
Yeah, I remember I had the Hot Wheels PC back in the day.
Hot Wheels PC.
So it was like it was a bundle. It was a whole entire bundle of Hot Wheels. It came with the Hot Wheels wheel with the steering wheel. It came with like, the gas stuff. It came with
oh shit. I just Googled it, bro. We're gonna look it up. This is fucking a throwback. 1999 restored Patriots computer Hot Wheels PC. Mouse pad, mouse, speakers, keyboard with the
everything.
fucking holy shit. Let me pull this picture up, guys. We're gonna get this here.
I've had it for years, that PC. I did not want to get rid of it.
Hold on, we're pulling it up, chat. There it is, chat.
God, there's so much memories. That's the one. Wow. And then like the crazy part is that like that was ordered and it came with so many games, a lot, like loads and loads of games, man. And one of them was the Hot Wheels game, and I'd be behind the wheel and I'd be thinking like I'm a driver for real, and I'd be speeding, just happy, man. Like,
oh, see, that's awesome. No, that's pretty lit. I can't complain. Like, and it came with the steering wheel. Like, you had the setup, balling back in the 90s. Yeah. All them kids were jealous. I bet you, people, your kids and our friends in school come over and be like, oh man, let me play your computer.
Come, I would tell them, you can watch me play.
You can watch me play. Yeah, let's go. You're one of those
Touching
kids.
You mess up my build. There's gonna be stuff going on if you mess up my build.
Oh, that's great. You can watch me play.
I mean, they wouldn't mind anyway, because I literally would play. Now that I'm mentioning this, I would play. My cousins would love to watch me play horror games. That was their thing. Like, whenever I would play a horror game, they'd just sit there and just watch me and scream like all the time when something was happening. And I'll just be happy, and I'll just tell them, look, you guys are scared of this? Like, this scares you? Like,
so, do you have any like rituals or routines that you do for preparing for stream? So before you go live, do you do any like
Oh yeah, I have to put my laptop, that's the first thing I have to turn on, because there's times where my laptop, I need a new one because this one is like already starting to like give signs. But it will freeze on me when I have the Streamlabs. That's an issue I've been having with Streamlabs. It would freeze and I would have to like restart, like leave the button pressed on the power until it turns off to turn it back on. So I have to make sure that the laptop is good and working, because that's where like I said, the redeems happen whenever people redeem stuff for sounds. Then the mic, make sure it's set up and I'm being heard. So what I do is I go into the Streamlabs and I hook up my my mic, and I you know how it has like that thing in Streamlabs where you can record yourself and then you can play it back. So I record myself and then I go into my and play like onto my past videos and I play it back to see if I'm heard clearly. So that's like the first thing I do before going up and streaming.
Nice. That's a good routine. You know, to test audio and stuff. I don't even test audio. And as we could tell the other day, I started talking for like 10 minutes starting off. I'm like thanking everybody from coming in. And I'll look at chat and chat's just spamming, "We can't hear you." And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, what happened? I streamed yesterday and it worked. Like, so yeah, stream stuff
It's
sucks
crazy because
sometimes.
even when I do that, I still have issues. There's still issues that happen. Even if you try your best to get things, you know, check them to make sure everything's working before streaming, there's still something that pops up. Like last time I made sure my laptop wasn't frozen. Next thing you know, I got raided into and my laptop froze and it kept replaying a sound, like the raid sound over and over again, but it was colliding with like another sound, like the chocobo sound song. So I was like, no, I had to like during stream, I had to fucking turn off my laptop, restart it, and get it back to work. I'm like, yo, it always happens, man. Like, it doesn't matter how careful you are, something's bound to happen. But the good thing about it is that you have to make sure you're mentally prepared for things like that to happen, because it's bound to happen when you're streaming, you know. So
It is. You just have to roll with the punches. Yeah.
I literally play around with it. I'd be like, oh, well, my laptop, you know, sorry guys, it got messed up, so y'all gonna have to wait till I fix this. And I just fix it, you know. But the stream continues.
Yeah. No, the show must go on. You gotta. Yeah. Let's see. Let's watch some more clips here. Let's see what we can find. We got Mal. Here we go. Mal dancing. Let's go.
Just like the plant.
Look, I don't even know how to do. I don't even know how to do it. Like,
no way, someone. I've never seen this one.
Oh my god, the Macarena
I'm gonna have to scroll through all my clips.
Alright, let's see another one. And another one. Let's see. Mal, let's see this one.
This is cool. I can hear the controllers like ringing. So cool.
Oh, the controller was ringing. That's cool.
Okay, hold R1.
Yeah, that's a good effect of the PlayStation. The 5 does that with the controller.
I'm here. No, there's definitely something. Trust me, you made the right call sending me.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, let's see here. Uh-oh, some Fortnite clips. It's my expertise
right
here.
On the top, right here.
Oh,
right
yeah.
here. Sneaking off, dude. Hey, yeah. Oh, right now. Keep on running out of ammo.
Dude.
Ah, that person's just running.
Oh my gosh, who the heck is this? Now you're our hero. I'm still getting shot.
I used to be good at it.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, that's one we just
This
watched.
is the
Okay,
game.
hold on.
Come on, man.
No, this is a different one.
Oh man, my heart, man. Your heart. Asshole, man.
Oh, this one must have been clipped after that one that was clipped before.
Oh man.
Where they
yeah, the one-
scared you?
Ooh.
The screaming goat thing?
The screaming goat, yeah.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna meow. I'll try. Meow. I have to go back to this one.
I can't. That shit was fucking weird.
Oh no!
You meow.
Not the meow!
All right, here we go. Here's some turd talk. It says.
What matters is that we're going to finish
You haven't
your mother's
pooped
work and
for
rebuild America
a whole
as she
week,
intended.
right?
You haven't pooped for a whole week.
So you got all that food piling up
So
inside
take the
your
first
tummy.
step, Sam, and deliver the president's
And think
body
about
to the incinerator.
how you just have to stop. It needs to come out no matter what. So when it's time for you
It needs
to
come out no
give
matter what.
birth,
Manifest the turd, chat. You have to manifest it. Picture yourself quenching your cheeks and pushing the shit out, okay? And that you have to manifest your destiny, and that's how it is. All right, let's get back to this.
Oh, that you told yourself, I'm going to push, and I'm gonna keep pushing until this turd comes out. Okay? I'm just telling you, just think about it that way, and just push, and just know that your life depends on that turd coming out. Because if the turd doesn't come out,
your life depends
throw up
on the turd
all
coming
the
out.
poop through your mouth.
You're gonna
just
throw
think
up
about it
all
that way,
the poop
Saji.
out of your mouth. God, that's fucking fear mongering there. I'm gonna shit out my mouth if it doesn't come out the butt.
Because like my mom used to tell me all the time that if you're constipated and you haven't used the bathroom for quite a while, a couple of days, there's a possibility of it coming out through your mouth. Like she used to scare me with that.
I mean,
every time.
I think there is something like that may happen. Like I think there is. So I don't know if it's. I think you're a little bit right. Like I know there is stuff that eventually it's possible. I think there's like a. I don't know if it's a disease or if it's a disability or what it is. But oh shit, here it's glitching on me again. Here, let's see if I can fix this. I don't know what's been doing this to me lately. Oh, there we go. It stopped. I just opened it back up and it stopped. All right. What is this? Here, some Elden Ring deaths. We love these. Is that the thing you were talking about? Is that the worm?
Like, I think there's a couple of worms in that game. That's a different one.
Oh, okay.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Because they all look alike. It's just each one has like a different power.
Right.
Oh, and that's
okay,
cool.
my hair looks, and
you were like fighting with someone too. Is that like a party that was around you at the time?
probably being invaded. Oh no, that's a summon. You can summon in that game. You can summon kind of like a Pokemon. You use them for battle, and you can summon like these spirits if you want, like. And you have to like level them up and stuff throughout the game because of course they're not gonna just be strong right off the bat. So you have to make sure you grind and level them up as well.
You psychic? I'm saying that like, think about it, like everybody tends to speak, whether we like it or not. Anybody's is on this chat. Like, would y'all date someone that have fungus? Or
fungus feet?
Males specifically. Males. All the males are here. Would you date a female that has stinky and fungus on their feet? Would you? Be honest. Doesn't matter how pretty the female is. So in reality, like we're all into feet in a way.
We're all into feet, chat. Would you guys here? We're gonna have to do a poll in chat. Let's do a poll. Here we go. Here we go. Poll. All right, 5 minutes, chat. Would you date someone with bad feet, even if they were hot? Yes, no, and then the third option is dead ass though. All right. So, that's I see. We already got one vote for that ass though. Like that's we already know.
Okay, you know what?
Cake. That is all. Yeah, cake. Exactly. And we'll get back to the results here in a minute. Let's watch another clip. Hold on. Let me scroll down here. I wish I could just. Oh, someone got a clip of just your pause screen.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
I don't know
you.
why.
It was you. You clipped it. You clipped it.
Why would I clip that? What the hell was I doing?
That's why I was like, who's that person that clipped that clip? And it's like, clipped by Lieutenant Mao. I'm like, what were you doing? You must have been constipated at the time.
Oh my god. Ew, imagine wearing shoes. Dirty shoes from outside.
And then, like, for us girls, when we use
On
the
the
toilet,
bed.
Yeah,
Like, what the hell?
socks. You gotta throw some socks on, some clown socks, because that bitch is a clown with them feet like that. It's like that's probably the reason why she got feet like that, or because she weren't wearing socks. Bitch, put on some socks, protect them hogs, man. You gotta.
I mean, there's people that don't wear socks when they wear shoes.
I know that. Yeah, that's nasty too, man. Like you gotta wear socks with shoes. I mean, that's why we do this shit. It's not like one day someone's like, I'm gonna put fabric over my feet for no reason. Like they do it to protect. Like, I'm from the South and my family were rednecks, some of my cousins and shit. Hey y'all, come get on the phone. It's like, fuck, man, settle down there with that Southern drawl. Like you're almost like you're dating your cousin. But they were like.
I never understood, like, how can you wear sneakers without socks? Because I've seen them. I've seen people with sneakers without socks. Literally, like, the sneakers would scrape behind my feet. If I ever were to wear them without socks, they would hurt me. So I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, and I've seen people do that, but a lot down there they walk bare feet. Like a lot of the family, I mean, completely bare feet and like on gravel, and I'm like, what are you fucking doing? Like, it hurts
Feet
me.
must have blisters and bumps and
Yeah,
all types of things on with them.
Yeah. I mean, and I honestly just like, I think over 6 years now I've worked in retail and my feet are starting to get rough just from standing all day, right? And walking and stuff. But I worked on a computer for 13 years. My feet were amazing because my ass was barely walking. So like, but now I got to like make sure to like, I clean my feet. I make sure they trying to look nice, people with them long ass toenails too and shit. It's like, whoa, bro, you gotta do something with them.
We use our feet, like they're important. Like,
yeah, exactly. They are important.
Massage them, put them in hot water or something, like
some
massage
Epsom
them,
salt,
like,
Chad. You guys not know about Epsom salt? Like, put that shit in the bath water. Like.
Oh man. Speaking of that, there was this lady that was next to me when I went the last time I did a pedicure, which I didn't go again because something happened to me where it's probably because they didn't disinfect their utensils that they were using. But my toenail, and sorry chat, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it because I don't care. But from the big toe actually fell off.
Your big toenail fell off?
Yep, it grew back obviously, but it took literally 3 months of me putting like this special liquid that I bought off of Amazon that helps for like growth of nails. I had to put it for like three months straight, like every day.
Every day, yeah.
And eventually it grew back, but 100% sure that it was from there because I was fine. It started off as like it looked like when like you hit your toenail hard or something that you get like bruising under your nail, like you get like the blood clot and stuff. It started off like that, and I was like, oh, maybe I hit my toe, but it made no sense because I never hit my toe, So I started putting 2 and 2 together, and I was like, okay, so I just did my pedicure. It hasn't been a week, and this is happening. So I never went there again. But there was actually a lady next to me because I was getting signs left and right, literally. Like the lady next to me, she was doing some other lady's feet, and she kept like. I feel like this lady has been years and years, I think like hundreds of years without even going to do a pedicure because she kept scraping and scraping and scraping this lady's foot and it looked like a pile of cigarette dust.
Yuck.
Yeah.
That ass though has one. It's official. That ass though, no one cares about the feet here in this clown chat. We're all clowns and that ass though. So
I mean, you could just cover it with socks, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't hit, as long as there's no foot jobs involved, then I suppose it ain't a big deal. There's some people who like that shit too, but that's crazy. Like, I can't even imagine that. Can you imagine some rough old fucking grindy feet and chafing. Oh,
Yeah,
yuck. We're not doing it.
And her toenails were it was the ones that curve. She let them grow purposely. So she was getting like a full pedicure. It looked like she was doing her nails on her own hands, but she was getting it done on her toenails instead. So they were like putting the acrylic on it, the designs and everything. So it was like I'm pretty sure she spent a good buck that day from those feet. Like it must have been super expensive.
Yeah.
To do all that.
And the thing with fungus is like it's spores from what I hear. Like any fungus, it creates microspores. So you could have honestly got it just from being near her and it falling, the spores in the air, all that dust and shit, and it falled on the utensils while they were cleaning, and they just shoved that bacteria right underneath your foot, right into your toe, and that's what made the toenail fall off. Like it's definitely highly possible.
Never went there again.
Yeah, and see the thing is like I've thought about pedicures and stuff like that. Like my hands aren't too bad. Unfortunately, I have anxiety. I bite my nails. Are you a nail biter? Having anxiety or no?
I catch myself doing it and then I have to stop because I know for a fact that if I keep on, it's gonna be like the nails that like go all the way down here and like you're bleeding already.
Yeah. Mine are really terrible. Like every fucking finger, and I can't. I don't even notice it sometimes. Like I'll just be like fucking just biting them and not even realize it, and until I'm bleeding and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Yeah, lunch anyone?
My cousin's nail used to be like literally to bottom. The bottom part was already left only. That's how bad of a nail biter she was. She had to literally, go and get help for that because she was like constantly like she had no nails. It was just the skin itself and like a little bit of nail in the bottom. Like it was bad.
Yeah, that's terrible. I don't get that far. I get to the point where it fucking starts to hurt, and then I realize I'm a dumbass, and I cut back out of it. But yo, what's up, Madrox? Good Sunday to you, my man. Good Sunday to you. But yeah, we got some more questions here, and then here a bit we do two different things. We do two different things. Yeah, we got the poo joke. Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah,
now you have doo-doo in your head.
Yeah, I do have a big doo-doo in my head. But no, we do two things here. We either raid out to you if you're gonna hop on and play some games today. If not, and you got other plans you got to do. We'll come over and we'll raid into an individual of your choice. So someone who supports the stream, who might be on and you want to show some love back, however you want to go at it. And I'll let you decide here in the coming up minutes. But we do have still a couple great questions I kind of want to know here. One of them is if you were, hold on, actually, let me take this off here because I would like your page to be showing. Let me find, there we go. Your about section. So, hold on. I love ads. I can't believe we get hit with ads just on people's intro videos. Like Twitch is dirty. And I hope you get ad revenue for that too. Like if it's on your page and they're showing the intro video and I get an ad, I hope you get the ad revenue even offline, right? Like that's what I hope.
I don't even know. How do you check that? I
don't know. I don't know how to check it. I just know like I don't know because you're offline, so it's not counting as an online stream, but I wonder if they tally it on to your next stream or how ad revenue is calculated if it's just that day. Because I know the ad revenue isn't calculated after stream. It takes like a day or two for it to refresh in your analytics. For them to calculate it. So I think maybe it is added on. So that's why I tell people like I think VODs are important for that. Because I've noticed that like my live views are different than my VOD views. So like I'll have so many live views, but then like 2 or 3 days later, I'll go back to my VOD and my views have like doubled on that video on the VOD. So people are actually coming in and watching my VODs to some extent to just either see what guests I had on, to see what I was doing for the day. So you still get ad revenue for that, I believe, too. So I would highly suggest if people don't have their VODs turned on to turn them on, especially for individuals who can't catch your live stream. Maybe they want to come back and watch it later on just to see what you were up to.
Yeah, I always make sure I put it like I don't have it to like instantly like upload. I have it to where I go into my VODs and then I decide like if I want to upload it or not, because sometimes I do be saying things that like I shouldn't be saying. So I'll be like, okay, is this uh you know is this, can I upload this and not get, banned or some shit happens, a strike? I make sure before I even upload it.
No, that's good. That's you're being very precautious there, because you get caught with saying some shit, they will, especially if it's controversial, they'll get you for like, and it could be taken out of context. Usually it is taken out of context. People just like to bitch and moan about everything. So, but yeah. So no, the question I was going to ask, it's a fun question here. If you were a superhero, what would your superpowers be?
Definitely healing. Healing would be my superpower. To heal people, like when they're going through like the sicknesses, cancer, AIDS, it would be great to be able to heal them.
Yeah, so no, I like that. I think a lot of times that power is associated with, which I like, because it's unique in itself, or like a lot of the movies or shows that have any healing involved, it takes away from the person doing the healing, right? So like, you're kind of damaged from using the ability by healing someone else. And I always thought that was unique, because it's kind of like you're making a self-sacrifice in order to help someone else. And I think that's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. I think it was an X-Men. I don't know if it was an X-Men. There was one that was healing, and like every time she would heal, it would make her like more weak. Like she'd start bleeding.
Yeah, I know. I think Stranger Things is a little bit like that. I know, but no, that might have been. I don't know if she was healing or just using her powers, but there are some like that I've seen where the bleeding, and might have been X-Men. I'm pretty big in the X-Men. I'm surprised I don't remember what character it was.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Was it? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know I saw it in a superhero movie. Every time she would heal, it would like she would bleed, like her nose would like start bleeding or something. Like she'd get weaker.
Oh, okay. Yo, Pro Lucker, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Showing I'm late to the party. What's up, Mal? Yo, you're never late. You're perfect timing, because here in a bit we will be raiding out. So that's always a good time of the stream, when we can show some love to another great streamer, or go on over to Mal and spend some more time however we go at it today. But yeah, so if you could travel to any destination in the world, where would you go?
Oh, Japan, Tokyo.
Nice.
All those animes that I've seen, like the video games where you see like just loads of people, like the stores with all those anime like figurines, and like you see the big screens of like anime stuff going on. It's like all that is like it's so nice. You see the girls that are dressed differently with colored hairs, and like their faces, like they'll have like a heart sticker here, or stickers like with jumbo shoes, or like thick soles like this, or it's like as if you're living in an anime over there in Tokyo. Like it's so beautiful, man. Like I would want to go there.
Yeah, no, that I love Tokyo too. I think the culture, the aspect is really cool. I think a lot of nerds, right? A lot of gaming nerds, or anime weebs, they call them. I never knew what weebs were until, I guess I became an adult. Like, we were just called nerds back then when we watched anime, but now it's its own culture. It's its own thing, and I think that's cool. Like, I like it. It's now more mainstream than it was when I was younger. Oh, we got a question from Blake. Do you like Billie Eilish?
Certain songs.
Oh, what'd you say?
Songs.
Certain songs?
I like certain, some of them. So I'm pretty picky with my music. I'm more of a like Beethoven, like classical type music, and rock, like Linkin Park, stuff like that.
Awesome. Yeah, actually, I love Linkin Park too. I remember picking up their first, I guess, big CD, because they had their own self-titled CD, but Hybrid Theory when it came out.
Oh, I was gonna say hybrid. You won me. Oh, you won. Yeah, hybrid. Hybrid. That was my favorite one, man.
Yeah, it was the best one. And I actually got to see them in concert when I was 16, I think it was. They were touring in Tennessee and Nashville, where I grew up. And I remember it was just a great concert. It was like a life-changing experience. I really enjoyed it. But it was funny because I got tackled by police there because I was trying to, like they had lines, right? Long lines. And when you got to the very front of the line, they told people you couldn't bring in your chains from your chain wallet, right? And I had a really nice long chain that has skulls all over it. It was like a fucking $40-$50 chain. And I'm like, what? Like, you're just now telling people, and I'm fucking right here about to go into the venue, and I can't have this? What am I going to do with it? He's like, well, there's a bucket right here. You can just throw it in. I'm like, so how am I going to get my shit back? And then they're like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, well, can I go over here real quick and just lay it on the ground and hope it's still here when I come back out? You know, that's better than throw it in this fucking bucket. So I walk over, I laid it on the ground, and I came back. And as I'm walking into the venue, I get tackled by police screaming, like, what are you trying to bring in? So I guess they saw me. They thought I picked something up off the ground instead of laying it down. But then the police, the officer who told me to get rid of the chain came over and was like, no, he's okay. He's okay. And then they let me in. But yeah, it was a, you know, outside of that, it was a great experience. It was Linkin Park, POD, Story of the Year, and Hoobastank. Great concert, all four of them. And POD was my least favorite at the time. Like, I loved their music, but they weren't very great live to me. Like, I wasn't fond of their live experience and the show they put on, but that's just it is what it is. But yeah, Linkin Park's awesome. And to think that, like, you know, I got a chance to experience, you know, Chester Bennington before, you know, now, and no one else will get that opportunity.
That really saddened me. It really saddened me because my thing was like, one day I would want to meet him, you know, and get an autograph. But like, when that situation happened with him, you know, and it really sucked. It sucked because like you'd think like, okay, so I've never met the person, and you know, I've never met him personally, never spoken to him, but I still felt sadness because it was like most of my childhood was Linkin Park. That was like most of the music that I heard. Like I spent hours just listening to all their songs and stuff, you know. And then, you know, like him passing away and stuff, it was like, yo, now I'm not gonna hear any more new upcoming great songs from him, you know. But you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and cherish, you know, his other songs, you know.
Yeah. And he said even their last album was so deep. I lived in Phoenix when Chester died, and as he was from there, the whole city came together over it. Yeah, no, I think, you know, and the thing is like, they gave him so much shit towards the end of his career because of the music he was making. Like, it was changing the sound, and it was drifting away from their original content. And they gave him so much shit for it. So, I mean, like, people in general, some fans who grew up listening to the music, it was just changing the sound, and that's unfortunate because there are a lot of like rappers I've heard who've went from like what I call truth rap, which is more of like speaking about like public stuff, more on controversial stuff, and then that rapper who spoke out about things I enjoyed or I found, you know, thought deeply, he then got signed. It's a rapper called Kasky. And I actually think he's a really good rapper, and I come to agree. Like, people change and they grow. Like, their content changes, and they want to try different styles of content, different sounds and music, and to be left back, you know, if they stay stationary in that type of music, they don't really grow as individuals. And he went from that type of truth music, which I really enjoy, and I thought he was a really good lyricist. And then he went into trap music. He got signed by Cash Money, which is all like this trash music or trap music, which I kind of think, I'm not very fond of trap music. I think it's like, you know, you're just talking about drugs and shooting people. And it's the complete opposite of the truth music, which is about unity and togetherness and love. And now you're rapping against the complete opposite about shooting people, and you're so hard. Now you got Now then he got all these face
You get these
tattoos
bitches
and
over here, you get them
yeah.
bitches over there, you got twerking females over here, like come on, man.
And all that was for, like, they called him a sellout, and there was a big group of us who didn't like where he was going with his music and being a sellout, you know, and it is what it is. You know, it's like, oh shit, you're making that fucking money though, like that's what it's about, and that pushed it. It was the money making.
At the same time, you're making that money, but you're portraying something else. You know what I mean? Like it's like you feel good. How can you feel good portraying something like someone that you're not, or just because you know out of like, oh, this is what's popular now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? Like be your unique self. Each of us have our unique being, our unique self, and that we are put in this earth to be. Don't portray as something that you're not. Be yourself, you know, and if people accept you, they'll accept you. Like, if they don't, then too bad for them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I feel. And then maybe, I mean, he might argue and say, well, I was that type of person way before this anyways, right? Then that means, well, what music were you doing before? Was that mean that music was fake then? And you really were harder than you were portraying? You know, it's...
Not contradicting.
It is very... You know, and then there's like it reminds me of a different rapper too that has done very similar things. I forget his name, McDonald or what's his name? Let me see if I can find it here. I've listened to a lot of his music, and I actually like his music, but he does a bunch of controversial stuff. Let's see if I can find it here in any of my previously watched vids. McDonald. Oh, Tom McDonald. That's what it is. I don't know. But yeah, so that rapper, a lot of people gave him a lot of shit because originally his music was all like fuck the police and this and that. And then all of a sudden he saw like an area where he could squeeze into with like, you know, Republican Party, right? This is like people who love, you know, the police, love the military, love this, and then he started wearing military stuff on his stream or on his music videos, and he started, you know, we got to protect the police and the military and stuff, and he was just portraying it to sell records, right? I mean, maybe he believes a little bit of it, right? And that's cool and all, but it's like you find that niche where you think you can profitize off of it, and that's the problem. Like it's like and it's funny because I didn't know that about him. Like I liked his music and I thought it was cool, but then people were pulling up old records of his and taking snippets of his lyrics. And was like, well, this kind of contradicts what you were saying now, you know? And people have a change of opinion. It's okay to like, you know, have a change of heart and be different, but it's hard to justify it when you're like, oh, listen to your old work. It's so much different than your new work, and it's contradictory. But I never heard that with Linkin Park. You never hear that type of stuff. It's only in like rap, really. You never hear it in rock, you know? There's some people like... Stained. I know Stained was very alternative rock, you know, and then they went to
Metallica's another good one. Metallica. I don't think they've ever had that thing where they were, you know, their songs were always, you know, consistent. They weren't like, oh yeah, back then they did this type, and then now it is different, you know.
I mean, I don't know, but Metallica did get a little bit of shit for like being more softer. Like some people think they went to like a pop rock. Compared to their old like more metal rock, right? Like in the 90s and mid 90s and into the 2000s, they did go to more of a softer rock compared. So I think there was a time where they did get a lot of hoopla for that. I'm trying to think of other bands that have kind of Sugar Ray. You know that one song. I don't know. You know who Sugar Ray is? I wish I could play, even if I played a snippet, but Sugar Ray was originally a heavy metal band, and they went into a pop rock, you know, more of like, you know, dancey type, soft type rock. So there's just, you know, and I think again, it's all about growing, you know, you got to grow as an artist. And if they didn't change the tune and like I said, Aaron Lewis went into country music, you know, he did a couple country songs after Stained. And I remember listening to like documentaries about that. And a lot of these industries, they push people into a genre that they really don't even want to be in because it sells records. They're like, oh, you're a great singer, but we think you sound better doing this type of work instead of that. So we're going to put you in this band and you're going to be the lead singer of this band. And you're like, what? I don't even want to sing this type of music.
Another good example would be Justin Bieber. The songs, if you compare the songs from back then, like the Baby Baby one, all that other stuff, then the ones he's doing now where he's like all like rapping and stuff, like at times, it's like completely different to the music he used to make.
Yeah, they tried to do that to Chameleon Air. That makes sense. Like
whole flip he did with the way he looks now and the way he sings now, like completely different. Like you can't even like, you look at him and you're like, oh wow, this is like a totally different person.
Yeah, and you could tell that's because the industry groomed him as a kid, right? They're like, this is what we want you to be portrayed as, and stuff like that. And it's just crazy. Like, and that's why I like independent artists, you know. And that's, you got to find what works for you, and you know, be successful in the same place, but just try not to sell your souls, right, guys? That's the biggest thing.
Yep.
Right? But yeah, no. I guess we are getting close to the end here. I am going to ask you about maybe like 2 more quick questions. One of them here is what's been your most memorable moment so far streaming? Do you have anything that stood out that you kind of remember or hold dear that happened on stream?
The first raid I've had. Remember when I first got raided into, I think there was like almost near 30 people that came in. And mind you, this was like when I started off. So I would have not known that like I would get raided by, you know, someone, you know, just like that. So that got me pretty, it's something to remember. It's something that I'll always remember when I first got raided. Like the excitement I felt, like everything just flashed. Like I started like thinking like, oh wow, I got this far, actually got rated. Is something I see in other people's streams happening and stuff, and happened to me. So that's one thing that is memorable, as well as another one where it so happened to be one time I was streaming and an ex of mine popped in and I had to like ban him. Yeah, I'm like, how the fuck did you find me, dude? And I fucking banned his ass. Yeah, like that's another memorable one there.
That's hilarious. Like, yeah, I don't blame you. It's like, how the hell did you find me?
I haven't fucking spoken to this guy in like 10 years or more, and you fucking found me randomly on Twitch. Fuck that. Like, banned his ass, yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, so those are the 2 most memorable ones.
That's a good one. No, I think those are great. And also, you know, with you streaming now, you say going on 2 years, you know, where some would consider us smaller to mid streamers now, where we've got some expertise, you've set things up, you know, you got to set up and you figured some things out. What advice would you give to a new streamer, you know, trying to create content, trying to stand out, maybe something to do or something also to avoid?
Let me say, there's gonna be issues that you're gonna come across, like as I said before, while streaming. You just have to go and basically go with the flow. Don't be afraid just because, oh, what if this mic messes up during the stream, or what if my cam like pauses or something like that, or just freezes, or what if everything just shuts off because my internet's gonna go off. Just know that at the end of the day, it's like it gets better, man. Like it's the feeling, man. The feeling you get that like there's people taking time off their lives. They can be anywhere. They can be out shopping, spending time with family, or doing other stuff, but instead they're in there watching you stream. So that feeling right there that you get from that, it's worth it, man. It's definitely worth it. Another advice I would give is keep being yourself, man. Don't be afraid of judgment. people judging you, talking behind your back, or making fun of you even behind a screen. Because let me tell you something, there will always be people like that in life, no matter where you go, while you're streaming or while you're out doing something. You can't avoid that. It's gonna happen regardless. So don't keep that from keeping you from doing what you want to do, you know. And
I
play
think
the
that's
games
the
that you
worst,
like to
right?
play. Play the games that you like to play. Don't play the ones that, oh, because this is popular out here, I'm gonna play it even though I'm not enjoying it. Play a game that you genuinely enjoy playing. Don't be there on stream all bored doing it, and just because you're afraid that the people are watching you are just gonna stop watching you because you're not playing the games that are popular. You know what I mean? Like, that's another one.
Yeah, no, I think that's great advice. I think that's like some of the best advice I've heard. You know, I think some people are scared of being themselves on stream because of judgment, and you're absolutely right. You know, I've dealt with it. People talking mad shit when the stream ends about me, either in VC or either in DMs. You know, like, and I've been confronted with screenshots. I've been confronted with audio clips. You know, and it's like, fuck, man, you hold these people so close and you try to help them, and then they're biting your ass when you turn the cheek, right? You're like, yo, man, like, and it's fucked up, and that's just what it's gonna be, and that's fine because, like, you know, that just means that there's something that you're doing that they're not doing, and they're bothered by it, you know, and it is what it is, and then the same goes with you know, playing. Oh, you know, because some people will tell me, you know, I've had people tell me, "Oh, Jokerdad, don't you drop the face filter and drop the clown stuff? Maybe you'll do better." And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm doing pretty damn good for myself. You know, it's like I don't need your judgment. I mean, and who's to say that, you know, like, your opinion even fucking matters? Like, you're just one person out of the bunch of billions of people on the planet. Just because you don't like clowns or you don't feel the vibe doesn't mean that someone else won't enjoy what goes on the stream. So it is, you know, it is what it is. We do our best. And then the same thing with overly saturated games. They're like, yo, Jokerdad, you know, you play Fortnite. Everybody plays Fortnite. Why don't you play a different game? I fucking enjoy Fortnite. What do you want me to play? Like,
Playing it, like,
yeah, like what else is there to play that I enjoy? And there's some games that I do enjoy and I have played, and unfortunately, you know, it's like, yeah, I enjoy it, but then the audience that I've built so far streaming, they don't enjoy it, and that is tough. Like, you know, because you do say, you know, play what you enjoy. But it gets hard to enjoy something when you see that others aren't enjoying it, right? And no matter how much I'm enjoying it, so there are some games I do stay away, just because it's just not part of the community I've built so far. Maybe if I played those games originally, when I first started streaming, or what I built up over time, it would be a little bit easier to squeeze into. So I'm in that boat too, because there are a couple, like, I'm gonna be trying new variety games coming up, you know, outside of the talk show, outside of Fortnite, and it's gonna get me out of my comfort zone, you know, and I think that's good as a streamer because that'll help me grow more. So that goes to you guys' chat, you know, it's never too late to try something, even if your community doesn't respond to it right away. That doesn't mean that they won't pull back around or they won't enjoy it at a later point.
Also, I want to point out, word of the day, enjoy. That's the word of the day, enjoy. Remember, enjoy every step of the way when you're streaming, especially because believe it or not, people can they can sense when you're not enjoying something.
They can feel
you're
it for
playing,
sure.
they can fucking sense that shit, like the immediate, like like the aura and everything resonating around you, facial expressions and everything. People notice that. People do notice that.
Yeah, and it's okay to, like, say, guys, I'm not fucking vibing with this right now. Like, this isn't for me. I'm not feeling this. Like, I got to go to another game. I've done it many of times. I've started games and gotten like 20 minutes into a brand new game, and I'm just like, okay, guys, this isn't fucking me. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I'm not vibing this right now. We're gonna go back. We're going back to Fortnite. We're going back to Overwatch. We're going back to this other game. Because this is what I want to enjoy myself today, and I thought I would enjoy this. I gave it a chance. There's the chance. It's not doing it. So like you said, I agree. Word of the day, enjoy. If you're not enjoying doing this, then why the fuck are you doing it, right? Like that's the biggest thing. Is like you're just beating a dead horse, because you're right. I'm an empath, so I feel the auras, I see the auras, and it's a big key point. And if the individual's not enjoying it, I somehow start to not enjoy it. And I'm like, okay, well, now I'm not enjoying this, so I'm just going to go elsewhere, I think, and then that's sad because like I like the individuals, right? I like them as people and but as an entertainer, they're not entertaining me right now. And unfortunately, I'm sure there's a streamer out there who might entertain me for the time being. So if I'm sitting there talking in your chat or even coming in and saying hi, you best believe you entertain me some way or another. You may not believe it or think it, but that goes to everybody out there. And if I'm not in your chat, that just means that someone's occupying my time who is entertaining me at the moment. That doesn't mean that you're not entertaining. So don't ever take it as a bad thing if you don't see me for a while. Especially lately, I've been fucking busy, man, doing these clips, setting up shows, doing events, changing stuff in the Discord. There's always stuff to do, and that's something I think people need to be reasonable with also. Is that people have lives and are busy and can't always be there. And I try to remember that when I don't see faces for a while on my stream too. I'm like, where you been? How you doing? I never try to make anybody feel bad for just not being able to be there, because life is big and there's, like I said, billions of people out there and they're trying to show love or do things in real life outside of the stream. But let me scroll up here. We had some comments here. Stage fright is bad enough for someone, let alone some asshat talking shit. Be yourself, be honest, and be consistent, and you'll have a blast. Exactly. No, I agree, Trash Pan, 100%. I've just, it's sad when like some people who have been asshats to me are like people I've gone out of my way to support and help, like not only build their communities up in Discord or build their streams up. I go out of my way to shout out these people when they come into my stream. I go into their stream and talk them up really bad, really big, right? Like they're the greatest fucking thing that walked the earth. And then I leave and they're just fucking biting my name and throwing my name in the dust. And it's like, whoa, bro, like, why would you even do that? Like, what gives you the right to even, like, even if you don't like me, right? Like, say you're not vibing with me, keep it to your fucking self, like, you don't gotta like try to swing people over to your side, because that's not the way to do it. First off, like, people aren't going to deal with that shit.
I think it's like an ego booster for them. It's disgusting, honestly. Like their ego just boosts up when they talk about someone, and it's very sad. It's sad.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm we're Tauruses, right? I don't have a problem with anybody until they bring that shit to my doorstep, right? And then I have to deal with it usually. And the only other thing that bothers me, and I've said it countless times here on Twitch, is botting. Not a big fan of botting. I think false engagement. I talk a lot about it here on the stream. Because I put in a lot of hard work to get where I'm at. I put in a lot of hours, countless hours into my stream, countless hours into the Discord, countless hours on social media, countless hours supporting other streamers, and all that time I'll never get back. So for someone to come in and put off this fake facade of success that they didn't even put their fucking effort or time into is bullshit. And I'll say it time and time again. And I see some of the people, and I've had some of those people on my show. I've had them on, sit down with me. I've talked to them, and I think they're great people. Like, I think genuinely they're good people. But they're doing things wrong, and they're doing it wrong. And I see it, and I just don't show up to their streams anymore. I don't promote them. They come into the chat. I don't even kind of acknowledge them sometimes. I may say hi, but I don't say, hey guys, go over there and follow this streamer, because I'm not going to send my community over to them.
Honestly, I'd rather sit on 2 viewers or even no viewers at all than buy bots.
Yeah, like, exactly. I mean, I know self-worth has got to be shit, right? Too, like you got to beat yourself up because you see the numbers, and then you're like, but I know these people aren't there, like and then that's got to affect the show you put on the stream. Like you're not going to be genuinely yourself if you're already worrying about the viewers, right? If you're botting yourself, so that's what you're there for. You're there for the numbers, and that's not a reason to be there. Like. Yeah. But it is what it is.
then if people pop in and they realize, because you could actually press like on the viewers and people that are in there that chatted, and you see all these like weird, strange names. When you press on them, you see that they have like no followers. That's how you know they're bots and stuff with the strange like names that like robotic names and stuff. So how would like those people think they pop into your stream and you're doing the bot stuff and they immediately don't want to follow you? Immediately like, oh wait, I don't want to follow this person.
Yeah.
Like it does have an effect on other people too, you know. It's like,
and there was a time where I actually got fooled by a streamer who was doing it. Like they had, I thought they were I thought they were a great streamer. I thought they were a cool person. I went into their stream. I was hanging out with them. Their chat was flowing with a bunch of questions and comments and stuff. And I'm like, okay. And I said something, in their chat, and they'd come into my stream several times. They had like 70 people watching them, and I went in and I said hi, and they literally, like, all these questions were going by in chat, and they saw my question and they acknowledged me on stream, and they're like, oh, hey, it's Jokerdad. And they're like, oh man, so-and-so's here, like, I'm going to give you mod. And I'm like, cool, he gave me mod. Like, I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, and then I start asking myself, I'm like, why is he talking to me, but he's ignoring these other questions in chat? And then I start looking at the accounts asking the question, and they're different accounts, and some of the accounts are asking the same question. And I'm like, holy fuck, his whole entire chat are chat bots. I was like, I've never seen this before on Twitch. I was like, there's literally bots that are chatting right now to make it look like the chat is flowing.
I'm telling you, they're fucking advanced. There's this female that I was gonna follow like about 2 days ago, because I was scrolling through because sometimes I like to go on Twitch and I like to go through to the explore section and just pop up in like random people's streams that are not even in any discords or anything, just to support. Just look in there. I'm like, you meet new people, networking stuff.
And you can learn things from those people, like how they interact with their community or what features they're using, or just get to know them on a personal level. Yeah.
So I saw this female, and she had she wasn't the millions followers. I think she had like 12 something M. It had an M next to it or something like that. And then I click on, because she's live, and I see there's 14 point something viewers. But I'm noticing what you're just explaining to me. I'm noticing that these people are repeating almost the same stuff, like the same questions and everything. I'm like, yo. So that makes me think, like, you have all these possible bots. So what about the millions of like followers you have?
Queen
like,
of the Damned, welcome in.
Like,
Happy
I'm just
Sunday
like wondering, like, what? So it's crazy how like they can actually interact as well. These bots can like they throw questions in. Sometimes they have like a sentence, like a conversation. You think they're real and they're not.
Yeah, they're like interacting with each other and stuff. Yeah. And then you're like, so it's AI bots, and you can, I guess people, and the guy who was doing it was a successful guy. He ran his own business. He had the money to extend and do that. So the problem is like he made this persona that way, and people who didn't know better would come in and donate, right? So he was fooling a good 70-80%. I mean, shit, he was fooling me for a while. But people like me, after a while, I started to notice it, and being a streamer, right? So other streamers, I think, realized it to the point where like eventually he kind of killed his own self by doing that, because then the real people stopped showing up, right? So then he was just botting himself with nobody there. So it wasn't worthwhile anymore. So you can't do it for so long, and then some people show up just because of the high view count. They're like, oh, this guy's got 100 people in his chat. Let me go say hi to him real quick to see what's going on. And then they show up, and then and some people don't care. They're like, oh, well, there are some real people here, so I'm still going to hang out. So it is what it is. But, you just be careful. And that's what I tell people, because there's communities out there, Discord communities that I've been a part of, that are all built upon that. Like the whole mod team, the whole staff teams in these Discords, they're all botting each other. They're literally passing the view bots onto each other, and they know it, but they won't say nothing because, again, it's TOS. And it's sad because they're doing it to get like partnership on games. They're doing it to hit goals to get actual money out of it or visibility. And it's a lot. It's like I'm in 100 discords, and I would literally say out of I'm more than 100, but I know of 10 discords about that are doing it. And these are discords that I post my damn link in and still like a part of those communities, but I try to ignore it. And like I said, I don't go into those individual streams anymore. And I've noticed that they don't come into my stream anymore. Cause there was one person I had on recently, I say about like 8 episodes ago, who I started talking about the bots and stuff. And the leader of that Discord, actually one of the Discords, came into my stream while we were talking about it. He said hi or hey, and then all of a sudden I got bot followed by 500 people. And I was like, this motherfucker is getting salty that I'm talking shit about him non-directly, but I knew he knew that I knew, right? Because he was one of those people who's a partnered streamer and bots himself consistently and then pushes sub goals on his stream. He pushes bit goals. Oh, guys, we're almost at our sub goal. Like every fucking 20 minutes of his stream, he plugs the subs in and people fucking sub to him. They feel like they're like he's muscling his community, and it's really sad to see, but it is what it is, you know? And I just try to avoid it at all costs because I don't want to be associated, and I also don't want my account to be banned. Like, I don't want to be in someone's stream who's botting themselves and then my account be tied to the bot somehow.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. So what are we going to do today? Are we coming over to you? Are you streaming, or are we going to find someone to raid into?
Oh, I'm not gonna stream today. I have a lot of things to do after this.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So do I. Yeah.
And then my cat, I don't know if you noticed her, but she's been popping in here meowing. It's like time for her to eat.
I saw, yeah.
So she's letting me know.
Yeah, exactly. Start
she
scratching
knows,
at
like
your
program,
leg.
she knows.
Yeah. So who are we thinking?
I mean, I saw Ryder was on. I don't know if he's still on, but if he's on, I don't mind like you rating to him.
Yeah, I mean, he is doing a 20 or 12-hour stream today, so he's not going anywhere soon. So at least we could
him.
And he's doing some Little Nightmares too. That's cool. He was doing, I think this morning when I hopped in, he was doing some Dark Souls too. So I guess he got his ass beat enough times to where he decided to take a break. Yeah. Yeah, so that's cool. I mean, if that's we can go over there and hang out with Ryder. So let's hype him up, guys. You know how we do here. But I had a blast. Thank you. This has been a great experience, great opportunity. We got to know you a little bit more. We got to know your personal life, what your stream, what content you make. So if anybody is still here and hasn't got a chance already, I think a lot of the community knows you through you supporting and your streams and being a part of the kingdom. But ones who came over through your community, it's been a pleasure meeting you guys. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you guys are streamers as well, we're always looking for people to showcase on the show. So if you'd like to have the opportunity to come over on to the Jokerdad Spotlight, we'd love to have you. I would recommend joining the Discord as well here at the Kingdom of Clowns. But I am going to give Mao another shout out here. So if someone hasn't got that opportunity yet so far to drop Mao a follow, I would highly recommend it. But no, I had an absolute blast. I love these episodes, and especially with I would say individuals or characters like yourself who are fellow Tauruses who have a lot of similar traits or mindset on things, and you can be, like I said, you can be goofy at times and fun, and I think that's why it's fun to hop into your stream, because I never know what the fuck I'm gonna expect, and sometimes I like to troll along, and I know Ryder has fun too coming in. Because sometimes we're just sitting there chatting and he's like, oh, I'm in Mal's stream right now, giving her a hard time because she keeps dying. And I'm like, he
was coming at me when I kept dying.
And that's what he does to me. He won't say a damn word my whole stream, but as soon as I fucking die in Fortnite in second place and he's there laughing at me, and I'm like, you motherfucker. I knew you were waiting for this. But it's good content. It's fun. It's a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Hurst. Yep. Raid 1, guys. If you're followers, you're new to the stream, do the Raid 1. I appreciate you, Queen of the Damned, coming in, hanging out with us. Wild card clips. Yonder, Pro Locker, Lord Diaz. Thank you for coming in as well. You guys are all W's here. And as well as Tarzan McScooty for the follows as well. Just making sure I'm not missing anybody. GG Swagstar. All you guys for dropping follows. Turtle moving slow for the raid as well. K9, you've been here the whole time, my man. Some questions. Thank you so much for participating in the stream. But yeah, and then raid 2 for subs. So if you guys do sub to the channel, here we'll do that. Oh, we love you too, man. K9's W. Yeah, most definitely.
Nice guy. Like, he's popped into my streams a couple times and very sweet.
Yeah.
Person.
Yeah, I love K9. K9's awesome. And we got to get you on the show, K9. I know that's, I've always wanted to reach out and have you on as well. So definitely ponder it over. But yeah, guys, so we're going to go over to Ryder29 and show him some love. But yeah, no, I appreciate you, Mal, for coming on, taking your Sunday to be a part of the show. And we'll be seeing you again soon, I'm sure. So we're going to hype it up, guys. But happy Sunday, guys. We will have another guest, I believe, on tomorrow. Let me check here. I just want to check. Nope, actually Wednesday and Friday are our next guests. So Wednesday we have Nini and then just Shabs on Friday. So tomorrow, guys, some more fucking Fortnite, Star Wars, baby. But yeah, let's hype up
tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't played in like 3 days. I took a break from it.
Oh, Fortnite?
From Souls, Dark Souls.
Oh,
well,
Dark
Elden Ring.
Souls. Oh, okay. So you're playing, that's what's on the agenda tomorrow?
Yep, I'll be streaming Elden Ring.
What time? So we can tell chat.
Like 12 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. All right, chat. So expect Mal on tomorrow doing some more Elden Ring at 12 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be looking for that. All right, guys, let's hype it up. Let's get those emotes ready. Raid 2 for subs, raid 1 for followers. Copy and paste that if you can. If not, get your own emotes ready. And let's go.